BOS on the track.
You on the track. You on the track. You on the track. You on the track. You on the track. You on the track.
just entered 1000 Watt Radio. You entered the room. Hit the like button. If you digging what you hearing, subscribe.
And if you really want to help me out, like I said before, like it and leave a comment. Help your boy get into the algorithm.
When you drop in, you'll hear tracks like this. 1000 Watts Radio.
Tracks like this.
And here's an exclusive.
Only on this commercial. Like I said before, like it and leave a comment. Help your boy get into the algorithm.
Go to Red Lipstick Vibes, the OG in the motherfucking host. Show to Mr. He Said. I don't see his wife here, but show to Mr. and Mistress He Said and Mistress She Said. You know what I'm saying? Big up yourself, large up yourself. Black love, YouTube love, and all of that shit. All of that lovey-dovey shit.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck. I said my face bump, ass tight, rack stack up shack height, jury on me flashlight. I been listening last night, hit him with that good, make a nigga act right. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Big bad pussy, another belly band. Take a man, Balenciaga, put it back in all these bitches fuck. It's big bad pussy, another belly band. Take a man, run him back, party back, and know you bitches fuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck.
Oh man. Okay. It's
what they want.
Hey yo. Think we'll go.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Think we'll go.
1 2 1 2.
How you sound?
It sound all right. I don't know. Y'all let us know. 1 2. Appreciate everybody pulling up and popping.
Building. What up, y'all? What's going on?
Ready for a good one?
Shut
I know you put something together. You got Cougars.
You see him?
Ooh.
You see him up there?
Ready for me.
Top Cap G in the building.
It's always
Moderation Gang in the house.
right.
Red Lipstick Vibes in the building. What up, y'all? How we sound? I hope the microphones sound good. Hope we look like we look good. What this other camera look like, y'all? What this camera look like? Let me ask you something. Damn.
Ooh.
We dark skinned in.
We in the darkness. It's dark. It's intimate for the Cougars.
It's cool. Cougar like. Let's see. Oh,
Look this up.
let me see.
It's a little brighter.
A little bit.
All right.
A little bit. Let's see. How y'all doing? Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Well, welcome.
What you doing?
Appreciate everybody pulling up.
What's going on with y'all on a Thursday?
Johnny
What's
Cases
going
in the
on
building.
with y'all on a Thursday?
Sisters in the building.
You see it?
Mm-hmm. Y'all make sure you share the stream with somebody you think would appreciate this content. Have some fun tonight. Shake a tail feather tonight.
What did you think when you saw the title? What did you think?
Oh man, I can only imagine. I know some songs, but I don't know what came up on the list.
Right.
So we'll see. Rap, R&B,
country.
Now
we mad likes it.
Damn. Where it's coming from? What genre? And the Jamaican music. Oh, please. Reggae? Calypso.
Oh, it's in Bible study right now. That's right. No doubt. Take your time. Do it right.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, indeed. Praise to one generation.
Yes.
Shout out to the pastor, Sahel. Thursday is Bible study. And this is kind of our Bible study. This is where we commune, fellowship, and worship, and all of that good stuff. Messaging and music. That's what this is tonight. And tonight was Cougar tunes.
Okay. It's definitely not a genie in the bottle.
Not specifically. Damn. But we got some tunes here lined up, and you guys always, can throw your request in because it's one of those nights where we just chill out and vibe to a little bit of music, but music with a message.
Okay.
And of course, y'all know I got some videos to accompany, and I want to start off before we get to the music tonight. We're gonna set the plate for anybody watching. Let's go ahead and get right to
that snack plate.
Let's see.
Be well, Lady DePole.
Let's go.
I want y'all to see it. 28 to 34 is Auntie. 35 to 41, Cougar. Damn. 42 to 45, Cougar Auntie. Shit. 46 and above, Thundercat. You young folks don't even know what a damn Thundercat is. I'm a Thundercat. Lord have mercy. So. I didn't know this. This is new. See, you learn something new every day.
Crazy work.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mrs.? What do you think about What do y'all think about that, ladies in the chat?
Always some new info. The way we're perceived and such due to our age, size, and
You think that's appropriate? And
yeah, we're judging.
Categorizing.
Everybody's being judged.
28 to 34 is an auntie. You don't think that's a little young to be calling somebody an auntie? Think the ladies would be offended?
I mean, no, because you shouldn't be trying to deal with no 18, 19 young man, 20-year-old young man, even 22.
Here we go. She's starting
Just
early.
saying. So, that's just my opinion.
She's
Like,
starting early.
the young stuff.
Well,
But to each his own.
You refresh. So 35 to 41, Cougar. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with it all, man. They're gonna label us. Let's go. What you falling under? Wonder how they put them in.
You wonder?
Right. If they have, you know what I mean?
Right, you don't have to wonder. Yeah, they call silver foxes. They got
but I mean, there's more. You see how we got Cougar and Cougar Auntie and Thundercat. It's not just silver.
Yes, okay.
Y'all just go from man to silver fox. Okay, I'm sure they probably got one. Just say, look.
Damn. That's what we talking. Even when you got the information, they're like, I don't know, but you can't be right.
No.
I know what I'm talking about.
This is just made up, though. You act like this is
right. That's why I'm asking you what you think about this.
I'm just saying it's the label.
What you think about it?
And that's what I said. It's fine. We're gonna be labeled. I don't think they have anything to be upset about. You know what I mean? It doesn't upset me. I don't know about the other women, but that shit don't upset me.
Right.
It is what it is.
All right. What?
When you meet a woman and everything is perfect, and she wants
Don't want
Who the
to
hell
play.
came up with this?
There you go.
And whoever it is, come see me outside. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk.
Damn, she won't fight.
They won't fight. Yeah, it's levels too.
Calm down. Who's calling somebody auntie
That's
28
it.
to 34? You ain't even lived long enough to be nobody's auntie. Unless you have an actual niece or nephew, nobody should be calling you auntie in your 20s.
Damn.
Hmm.
What's wrong with that?
Interesting.
I ain't your mama. I definitely like to be looked at as auntie. You know, I don't know. I don't think we should all walk around being sex objects, especially to the younger generation. I mean, you know, that's just my mindset. Like every opportunity is that's the first thought. So you know.
I don't know. Is it the 20s? When do you approach auntie category then? Like the 20s, you need to start maturing. Like you're about to be 30.
I mean, I didn't know auntie was a thing. I just thought it was cougar. You know what I mean?
Right.
Throwing an auntie, what does that mean?
I think it's the perception that we have as people out in the world. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some guys gonna call you OGs. They're gonna call you uncle. They're gonna say, you could go first, sir. Here you go. Like this certain, you know, elder respect that we have as people. And I don't know, again, when you cross the threshold, why this is problematic. Because with age comes maturity. And as you start to approach the 30s, and like you should be fine with that title, auntie.
These all seem sexually driven because we have, you know, miss, ma'am,
right?
You know, lady.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I've never been called any of those things. Ma'am, as I got older, yeah, ma'am.
Right.
Miss, but you know, so
auntie Cougar 35 to 41. 35 to 41.
I mean, I was an auntie at 12, 13, so yeah.
Okay. Nobody thoughts in the chat? Y'all don't got. Okay.
Don't say I'm too old to jump on you, young man.
You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. Shit.
Look at her. Well, okay, let's try to guess the age. What y'all think? I'm gonna say
Cougar.
I was gonna say about 35.
Yeah, 35 to 41. Damn. Cougar. That's why she's offended.
It's just make that assumption. Everybody, you ain't been in the work long enough to be somebody's auntie. Absolutely, you have 28. You should absolutely be mature.
That's great.
That silly shit should be out the window. Let's focus, purpose, intentional, moving forward.
Who the hell came up with this? And whoever it is, come see me outside. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk. Now, let me calm down. Who's calling somebody auntie 28 to 34? You ain't even lived long enough to be nobody's auntie. Unless you have an actual niece or nephew, nobody should be calling you auntie in your 20s.
Damn.
Now, 35 to 41, Cougar, who are we dating? I know not them people in their 20s that's broke or just got their first apartment and they only have a couch.
Damn. Everything's based on money.
Dude.
And
Dude. You know, you can really only speak for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good.
But again, this is what we've been saying for 4 years. What man has millions of dollars in his 20s except a professional athlete or performer?
Or scandal, drug dealers.
Those,
you know.
Those men come with, you know,
a lot. A lot. Yeah.
So what 20-year-old are you expecting to have a mansion and a king size bed? I'm not sure, but let's let her get it out. Let her finish.
Nowadays, they entrepreneurs.
The hell? Now, 35 to 41, Cougar, who are we dating? I know not them people in their 20s that's broke or just got their first apartment and they only have a couch and they use it as also a let-out bed because their bed is behind on stock from where they financed it from. It's coming though. But no, we are not cougars and no 35 to 41. Now, I'll be 43 this year and I'll be damned if somebody called.
I was being generous.
Yeah, I said cougar. She's a cougar auntie. Damn.
I don't know if they really living in reality. Like nowadays, people ain't living to, you know. 100. So, 28 to 34 for most people is midlife. They wouldn't look at it like that because they think they're guaranteed to live to like 80 and 100 years old. But again, if you're not living intentionally and purposefully, ain't no guarantee. All right. So, she's 40-something years old. You a cougar auntie. You almost up to Thundercat. Girl, you a
crazy work.
All right.
Sis looking.
Shit.
She said, I'm a Thundercat.
It's Halloween. Watch me get a Thundercat. Go get me a Thundercat.
Y'all, shit.
Shit, bro.
She said, I'm a lioness.
Right. Damn.
Cougar talk, y'all. This is Cougar tunes we're gonna be listening to in a minute. But right now we're trying to get our bearings on this whole Cougar thing. Man. Y'all chime in, Top Cat OG. Let me know something, man. I need some enlightenment.
I knew some sugar mamas. When I was like,
Wait a minute. Story time? Stories? Not yet. Let's see if we can get it out of you.
I'm a cougar auntie. Now, I'll take auntie because I am an actual auntie and I understand it. And when I say 40.
Oh, she'll take that. I'll take that. Because I am an actual auntie, so I'll take that.
The cougar auntie. Yeah. She's just saying you're too young to be auntie.
43, you all think it's the 1900s, even though I was born in 1981. So I'll take auntie, but I ain't gonna never be no cougar auntie. I'll slap the hell out of somebody.
But you're 43. That's what you are. Green Beans, what up, man?
Goodness gracious.
Is this correct? Green Beans from our resident, cheat class.
Don't bring that. If somebody calls her, I can't even see somebody calling cougar auntie. Unless you're trying to holler at a dude and he's younger.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you try to be funky or something, he got to come sideways.
Right.
It's like, you's a fucking cougar auntie. Too old to be, ladies.
Is it a positive way he can put that?
Up. Go put your stomach up.
Can you put that in a positive? Hey, hey, auntie. You look like one of them cougar aunties.
I mean, that's something different. They'll take that as a compliment.
How you doing?
It's all about, the delivery, the tone, and all that. Yeah. It'll be accepted if it's in that tone of way. Ooh, that's right, boo. You better act like you.
That's right.
Nah, they be doing it.
Feed you some greens.
Yes.
All right. We're going to get to it. Let's see. Do y'all agree with these ages right here? 28 to 34, auntie. 35 to 41, cougar. 42 to 45, cougar, auntie. 46 and up, my personal favorite, Thundercat.
That's crazy.
Thundercats.
Those are my favorite cartoons growing up.
Thundercats. 304. They did say ho.
They did. Oh.
Damn.
So sad.
Damn. That's crazy.
Now, in 3 years, you can definitely call me a Thundercat, but you ain't gonna never be able to call me no cougar, honey. Unless I'm in my 50s dating somebody in my 40s, which really don't count. But honey, nobody's going down to the 20s. Do y'all know what y'all doing in y'all?
So if you in your 50s and you dating someone in your 40s, then that don't count either.
Damn.
Condom don't count. Under 3 minutes don't count.
Damn.
Just for the record. You know when I'm wrong. This is something. What up, Big Giz? What's popping, man? Get Big Giz's rent real quick.
So, you learn something new every day. Did y'all know about this? Demographic. Auntie Cougar, Auntie, and Thundercat. Shit.
That Thundercat is crazy, though. That's crazy work. They did not have to say that about them.
Still referencing us to being felines.
Still the pussy.
Pussy. Yeah.
Still the pussy.
You see, I can't be mad confident, right? Let something go.
That's true. I mean, speaking
curiosity.
Speaking of the pussycat, y'all know we always do sex education over here.
But that pussy was good.
One thing
So y'all know. Y'all know me. I keep my eyes on the street for our, resident sexual
I didn't do
advisor.
it. I'm just showing you what's being done so you can be aware, right?
And we got to give you guys sexual education just in case you run into one of these cougars. So, fellas, ladies, fellas.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
He probably learned how the fuck he didn't learn how to create babies then. Because it's a certain technique. It's a certain technique to create a baby. You just can't. You got to know how to fuck. You got to. What he ain't doing is when you got your leg, when you put her legs up, you put the woman legs up, right? You put these thumbs, spread her butt, you hold it though, and you slide your thumb in, right?
Kids had like an hour left. So get extra comfortable,
Hey, yo.
because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into.
Hey, yo.
What the? Okay.
Yo.
Damn.
I got sexual education coming for y'all in a little bit. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
He got all the info.
Fellas, I'm going to get y'all ready for them cougars. I'm going to drop this link if anybody want to come up, but we got to get our definition down first. Y'all know we scholastic over here. We have to have our definition down first.
Right. 20s out here throwing around chlamydia and VD like it's a volleyball. Y'all just out here sucking and licking? Absolutely not.
Damn.
That's what y'all out here.
That's what damn. I would say auntie, but she don't want me calling that. God damn. Lady, person, cougar auntie.
I don't know. I might have to ask ChatGPT about that because you old.
Message Harris, you said you knew a couple. Were they like this?
They were thirsty. Ooh, let me see.
I'm currently looking for a boyfriend. I pay all the bills, his and mine. He get a $500 weekly allowance.
Hey, yo.
Depending on what kind of car he already has, I'll buy him a 2020.
Were they like that right
there? Comments. One of the girls said, "My baby daddy said he on his
fuck your life, bing bang."
You better go get that money and get that pussy.
My baby daddy said he on his way. Let me go wake my husband up now.
Does it have to be a man? Hello? Do you need a sister? Shit, she buying cars.
Wow, that is crazy.
Honey iced tea. I mean, she got the rooster hairdo, so the old school rooster hairdo.
I mean, fellas, anybody?
Fellas. Got a whole lot of titties sitting up in there, y'all.
Fellas, anybody?
Yeah. Things we do for attention.
I'm currently looking for a boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
She paid his and mine.
Weekly allowance.
Weekly.
Depending on what kind of car he already has, I'll buy him a 2025 or better. I don't have any kids.
She got a large bar selection.
Out of the country on the regular. You can cheat, but I ask that you let me know, and y'all take STD tests, so won't know.
She got this shit all right.
Whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
Oof. I mean, somebody got to do it. These men out here doing this shit. Some young nigga want to be taken care of. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Too old to have babies and stuff. So, you know. Man. Listen, my body, my choice. My money, my choice.
$500 a week, a car.
I'm currently looking for a boyfriend. He get a $500 weekly allowance.
She said, I can't tell if she's sleepy or high.
2025 or better. I don't have any kids. My job, I'm an entrepreneur. I fly in and out of the country on the regular.
They say that shit like, what the fuck does that mean? What do you do?
And y'all take STD tests, so won't none come back to me. I love real hard, and I don't play no games. I don't even play the radio. I like riding trailers. So if you for real and you look for a girlfriend, I'm looking for a boyfriend. Hit me up.
I'm trying to think who I can send her way.
Hey, yo.
Man, we stuck.
That's crazy work, Mrs. Harris. You're like a gigolo.
Mm-hmm.
You are a gigolo. You in these streets and switch the camera.
That's a shame.
Dark nights.
Gotta get it right.
What y'all think of that video? What you think of that young lady, Mrs. Harris? What were your thoughts?
I mean, I agree with the comment in the chat. In her chat. On her post. Yeah. People out here doing anything for attention. Crazy.
Yeah. Being said, hell nah, her eyes are spread apart
Too far. Yeah, she seemed a little off. You know.
Begins to she talking right.
Right.
Talking that talk. Sister, she got a list.
Yeah.
I can't tell if she's sleeping or.
It's amazing how delusional women are to believe that they're safe.
Okay. Putting themselves out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's too much. And then everybody else is the problem when you got a stalker and you wonder why. The OnlyFans, the exposing yourself. It's somebody gonna rob you, come in your house. They can pretend to like you and all of that. Like, how you gonna know? It's crazy.
But that's,
I'll
you know.
fly you out. How much was she drinking? Did she dope up before she pressed record? She had that like slurred dope fiend talk. Shit.
So we here. Cougar Tunes.
The Cougars. It's in.
You guys got any requests? Let me know. You can also support the show.
Must be hot as
Eagle Puss.
Damn.
That's pretty hot. Eagle Pussy is pretty hot. So let's get ready to listen to a few Cougar tunes, and then I'm gonna give y'all some sex education from none other than our professor of Coochie, the ODB GYN, the old dirty bastard of Cooch.
Mm-hmm.
J to the Pizzle, the black president. Cougar tunes, Mr. Harris.
Okay, you got a whole bunch.
It's a few on here.
Okay.
But I wanted to play a couple because a couple came to mind real quick. Like, how about this one? Let's do this one. Let's like this one.
It's going old. Young folk.
I thought that was kind of crazy. She talking to this boy like that. He can't be her age. She talking to a young boy like that.
Yeah.
You want to ride in this Mercedes?
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you what you gonna do.
What you gonna do with me?
Thought that one was unique. I thought that one is what sparked this thought. I kind of came on. I'm like, damn, she talking to him. She talking that talk to him. And then it started me down this rabbit hole of thinking, you know how I get down, right? You know. So I'm like, these cougars, they've been talking that talk for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it brought me back to this right here. We ain't got to get to that part Yeah.
Blush you upside your head.
We ain't gonna get to that part yet. What about that intro right there?
Fire.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I remember hearing it as a little girl. Like they played that.
He was talking spicy.
You know, and it was just that simple. They wasn't wilding. Like, we gonna have this conversation now because we know the deal.
Right.
But the ladies today, they wanna beat the boy up while he sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Do craziness.
What y'all think? What y'all think about that intro? What do y'all think about Woman to Woman? Oh my, Barbara and Shirley. Yes, indeed, sis. Barbara and Shirley. That's great. They was talking.
Women have been so protected that they feel that if a man cheats, that they have the right to beat him up, hit him, abuse him, you know, physical stuff, harm his clothes, tear up his car. Like none of those are criminal offenses. That niggas can start pressing charges. So they get away with it. You know?
Y'all, you can't press charges.
Yes, you can. And tell that bitch bye. That craziness is unacceptable, but they accept it too.
You know what they gonna tell the judge?
Y'all part of
I'm a female.
Evidence.
Sis said, ma'am, this is not a man. Laugh out loud. You got a son. Damn, sis.
Man, this is a child, not a man.
Damn. She taking care of a big kid. She buying and feeding that ninja.
Yeah. So, you know, the play has changed, man. The game is still the same. It really is, you know. I think that's why I came into the space wanting to bring light. Like, y'all, society puts so much innocence on women, like they're just innocent. And, you know, we're not. You know, we both got to sit in that shit. Cheaters and abusers. And yes, it's absolutely both sides of the spectrum. And for women to ignore that exists, nah, I've seen it.
Right.
Personally, a lot.
I mean, I'm glad that you said that. Because
you know,
keep that thought. Keep that thought. Because
control with their money too. Damn.
You just said that. A cleanup woman is a woman who gets all the love us girls leave behind. If the room wasn't dirty, there would be nothing to clean up. We watching, you know, Fatty today, and it seems like you guys recognize the effect easy, but what about the cause, though? What was the cause for that effect? That goes unnoticed. And if these songs have been out since the 70s, telling you about the cleanup woman, and you acting like your presence is a presence? For real? To who? And fellas, this is when you gotta have the pendulum gotta come back to you, because you accept this low vibrational shit. You accept this from the woman that you plan on chilling with. You'll chill with her a second time, a third time, after displaying that to women.
Yeah. Like, really? He showed you who he is. You like that? What's good? Why cheating with you? Fighting for what? Just to stay with what?
Right.
Why? You know, and the elders that we grew up around, even if they weren't able to articulate, you know, the lessons, it was the music that gave them the words. You know, let me play this tune for you, young thing.
Real quick.
Bam. Play it. And they be singing it like, yeah, I was in this before.
Cleanup woman
So
is a woman who jump and slip.
Shit, don't make it easy.
Was my ruin, because all I was doing was making it easy.
Making it
For
easy.
the cleanup woman to come on through.
Stop forgetting about that man. No. I don't know.
How you doing today, Mr. Thomas? You all right over there?
Yeah, man.
What do you think about this topic tonight? Cougar tunes. And let me ask you something. We got a word for women that like younger men, but we looking at Shannon Sharp in the news, everybody's tongue lately. Because he's in his 50s talking to a girl that was 19, I believe. That was really weird for most of America.
Right.
There's no word for a man that dates younger women like Cougar, nothing equivalent of a positive perception. Is Cougar a positive perception? Would you think, in your opinion? You guys,
it's subjective, right? Because some women would take it as an insult, like the video that you played, and then some women are kind of proud of being that role. Like I'm forever 20 type shit, type mentality, pretty much. Yeah, he grown. Shit, he grown, and men feel the same way. But with James, you know, there's just too much voice stuff, dominance, abuse.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. A lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts. Okay. Let's keep it. Let's do some share screen with y'all.
That's the thing. They act like it's the people on the other end. These young people, act like they don't like these older folks. So they just don't like them and they dealing with them anyway? They have a right.
Sexually.
They grown. Shit. Okay. We could frown upon it all we want. We don't want anybody in harmful situations. But look, what does that say? Why we like cougars. So it's okay for men to like cougars, and it's not okay for the girls to like cougars, because girls is just so stupid and naive. There's some young their brains not developed, but for boys, it's fine. Such a double standard. I wish the women see it.
Why younger dudes like me, we like the older women, or we go after the older women, 40s through their 50s. Number one, they're not in the club every week. Number two, they already got past that phase where they got to be entertaining a lot of dudes. Number three, they teach you about life. 9 times out of 10, they got kids your age, so they're going to just put you up on game about life.
Are those true?
I mean, it sounds like the same thing, right? For girls too. Like you're gonna show me some stuff, right? I don't know what's wrong with that. So that's just my opinion.
Right.
Right. But again, if we don't have our families vetting people, that means your kids are not coming back to the nest to say, hey, I'm fucking somebody or I'm dealing with this nigga. Like, that's not okay. So we have no clue what they're doing. You know what I mean? Y'all got to keep that connection, right? Because for this young person to be dealing with this star, he's a star. He's known. He's who he is. And nobody knows and nobody advises her to not. Get the fuck out of here. It's just crazy. So, you know.
Okay. So they're not in the club. They're not looking for attention. And they can put you up on game. Okay.
Number 4, 9 times out of 10, they already got their own house, their own car, so they don't need your money. Number 5, they know how to cook. Number 6, they gonna keep it 100 with you. Number 7, they ain't got no time to waste at all. Number 9, they some free. And number 10, they gonna take care of you. My bad, I skipped number 8. And number 8, you ain't gotta go take them to go get drinks. They want some wine. They want to sip some wine at home. You like old women and old women like us. Yes, Miss Johnson, I would like some curry chicken and some cranberry.
Hey, yeah.
Yes, Miss Pearly May.
Damn, they gotta have old names.
That's crazy work. That's crazy work. You know why? Because I got cranberry juice.
Definitely got the cranberry juice.
That's crazy.
See, so you know, it's the cougar lovers are out here.
The older ladies.
Like the young girls that like older men.
For me, that absolutely a thing. These girls look so good, but their brains are not ready.
The girls look so good, but their brains are not ready.
I talk to a woman because her mind is more steady.
So here we go.
Yeah, I've been
Nowadays, it's about the environment because some of you grown motherfuckers is loosey goosey, irrational, and bipolar, and all kind of other shit. So it depends.
And I'm single too. They call me a cougar, but I'm a cougar for you. Too old to be a secret, you're too young to be my boo. Come on, baby, and let's do what we're gonna do. Loving so good, can't leave him alone.
That's cute. And this patio and bar grill. I'm just saying.
Shout out to the Cougars. Let's keep going.
Shaking out for my phone. He's got me loving, can't leave him alone. He's got my ribs shaking out for my phone. He's got that loving, can't leave him alone.
Cougar.
Wow. The big man on the keyboard.
Crazy work.
Jeez.
What y'all think?
Booty cheeks clapping.
What do y'all think about
girls is behind? Just
swear.
This
You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get.
That boy was a baby. I feel like that. Like, oh, wait a minute.
I mean, this is right. This is what we've been talking about. Like, there's a certain level of like commonality we should have. I want to be able to talk about some music, or maybe some artists, or some past movies, or some books that we read. Or,
I mean, that's if they're looking for a long-term relationship. Most of these people are not. They want to screw. I think they.
I want to screw somebody that if I want to crack a joke that they can relate to. I don't want to spend most of the night like, well, what does that mean? Well, what does that mean? Yeah. Well, what does that? Well, what do you mean? What are you referring to? Like that shit there, you can get exhausted.
Yeah, but that's you. Most people will tolerate any babble that comes out of a bitch mouth. They know my dick gonna go in it later. As long as she let me put it in there later. Please. It is you'll put a bitch in the cab like you talk too much. They like you, man. It's crazy.
Cougar tunes, man. Let's do something like this.
Really.
See, was there any sound on that, ladies and gentlemen? Did y'all hear that last song?
Nope.
Interesting. Damn.
Didn't bring it to the forward. I'll sing it for him.
Oh, the karaoke version. This time to sing. Shout out to everybody checking in. Let's see what's going on up there.
Yeah. We want this great. Just a little music with message.
Let's see. Let me check my study sheet.
Got the cheat sheet in the back.
Check my cheat sheet. See what's going on. It seems to be all right though. Let me play something for y'all. While I wait.
You got it. got it.
Hey, yo. Yo, hey, yo. Marcus. Marcus.
aggressive.
I didn't do it. I'm just showing you what's being done so you can be aware, right?
He like that Cougar sound. That's crazy. She
Yo,
do it.
y'all here doing it? Like,
She did it.
okay. Got lure them in. Like,
Hey,
come here,
Lord.
kitty, kitty, kitty.
Kitty.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Damn.
Damn, the Cougar lady.
Damn.
That was scary.
Damn. Hey, yo. Kind of sound like she's snoring, right?
A mouse.
I swear. She said something about the meat, though. When you give her the meat, though, the meat, I think she's showing her age just from saying that right there.
Fuck your life. Bing bang.
Meat.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
He said it's no sound. That's crazy. No sound. I can't hear that. Oh, this is crazy. I can't hear that. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. Nope, it's not playing. We apologize. We apologize. Sound is acting up.
That's nuts because, let's see.
We apologize. We apologize.
We sound kind of bugged too on the sound too. What's going on?
Let's see. I don't really hear me. Now hear me.
All of these options, right? We're all these options.
Even be in there.
That's crazy work. That's a lot of options. I didn't even know all those microphones were even. It's crazy work.
Yeah,
that's a lot of options. Oh, we sound so far away.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Let's see. That's some tweaking. I know it just can't be coming through. It's the camera.
Microphone check.
Mic check 1, 2, 2. Mic check 1, 2.
Phone check.
Mic check 1, 2. Mic check. So far away. You sound so far away. That's let's try that. See how that microphone check 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
That one sounds a little better. I think that one sounds a little better. What do you guys think out there in the chat? Salute to everybody in the chat. Everybody checking in. Hi, y'all. How these microphones starting to sound now? Does that sound a little bit better? Because this is crazy. I got sexual education to show everybody. I can't have that poor quality. Sis said no sound. Z would be mad if I got drafted. No sound from the clip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stop sharing. Let's actually take this away. Pull it back up.
Back with the video.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what the technical difficulties was right there.
Oh, Lord. She got something to say.
Everybody got something to say.
Why they feel the need that they
gotta
everybody?
They gotta be first.
So that what is that? Public shaming?
Hey,
Didn't I say we was gonna get to a point where it's gonna be
Don't say
public
that out
shaming?
loud.
Yeah, they're absolutely publicly shaming.
Say that out loud, Mrs. Harris. That's not good. Yeah. All right, let me see. Let's share this screen. See if we can hear something.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Why younger dudes like me, we like the older women, or we go after the older women, 40s through their 50s.
Can we hear him?
Number one, they're not in the club every week. Number two, they already got past.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now let's see.
Y'all really want to know why I stopped talking about them Cougar ladies on TikTok? Y'all want to know? All right, check this out.
Kaylin, come get this kitty cat.
Yo.
And then when you give me that meat, that little kitty cat gonna go like this. Wow. Wow. All right. Talk to you later.
Hey, yo.
That's crazy.
Shit. I wonder if he went in service stuff.
I wonder. That's a good question, Mrs. Harris. I wonder.
Yo.
I think the sound is good. That was crazy. That was one more.
Ladies on TikTok. Y'all want to know? All right, check this out.
Kaylin, come get this kitty cat.
Oh.
And then when you give me that meat, that little kitty cat gonna go like this. Wow. Wow. All right. Talk to you later.
I'm talking about scared for my motherfucking life. Did you really hear that? Like, oh my God.
Damn. You a guy? You going over there, Mrs. Harris?
Friday at 12:12.
That's crazy. I'd be scared too.
Shit. If I was a man, I'm probably going. I might get $50 from her too.
He said, I'm going.
I'm going. I'm gonna be the homosexual. Why not?
Hey,
shit.
yo.
She want to get somebody got to do it.
Ooh, but that pussy was good.
One thing I can.
Damn. Now let's get to this sexual education. Man, y'all ready for sex ed? Let's get to sex ed with our resident professor,
advisor,
ODB.
Ooh, but that pussy was good.
One thing I can say about you, JP, boy, you're a coochie connoisseur.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I think I'm a gynecologist. I always wanted to be an OBGYN.
Yeah.
My whole life, I wanted to be a gynecologist or OBGYN.
Damn.
Facts.
I got enough experience with coochie. I could tell women how to keep their coochie good. You get you some deposit.
Here I come. Here I come.
He probably learned how the fuck he didn't learn how to create babies then. Because it's a certain technique. It's a certain technique to create a baby. You just can't. You got to know how to fuck. You got to. What he ain't doing is when you got your leg, when you put her legs up, Kayla, you put the woman legs up, right? You put these two thumbs, spread her butt, you hold it though, and you slide your thumb in, right? You slide your thumbs in her ass, and then you lean over, right? Put me back on the big screen. You lean up and you go slow roll it. Yeah. Start.
Kids have like an hour left. So get extra comfortable, kids, because after that, y'all gotta go. It's a wrap for y'all, because this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all.
I don't know. Parental
Okay.
discretion is about to be advised.
That was some lessons right there.
Oh no,
Shit.
it's more.
It's more.
It's more. I just wanted to, I want to be able to kind of stop and see.
How the fuck you didn't learn how to create babies then? Because it's a certain technique. It's a certain technique to create a baby.
See, we gotta get this information. Ladies, is there a certain technique to creating?
I didn't do it. I'm just showing you what's being done so you can be aware. Right?
Coochie, he would put our dick on our forehead. That's number one. Number two, all right? So when you're going in there getting it, so most y'all guys go like this. All that bullshit. You gotta learn how to get at the angle where you hitting that spare tongue at the same time going down like.
Attention on his own stream, Lord mercy.
Is there a method to it?
Oh my God.
I think you might be right.
Oh my, to getting pregnant?
Yeah.
No, you go in and out and you bust.
I think that's
about
guaranteed
nutting.
way to get.
That's nutting.
That's guaranteed pregnancy.
That's climax. Nah, climax and getting pregnant ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep going for
Damn.
research purposes. For research. For research purposes, everybody.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Beautiness.
You just can't. You gotta know how to fuck. You gotta. What he ain't doing is when you got your leg, when you put her legs up, Kayana, you put your woman legs up, right? You put these two arms, spread her butt, you hold it though, and you slide your thumb in, right? You slide your thumb in her ass, and then you lean over, right? Put me back on the big screen. You lean over.
I'm a female.
The monkey music is crazy.
Holy shit.
The monkey soundtrack over there on Chaotic Channel is crazy word.
You gonna get him
with the motion. See, baby. You see, you get up this.
He got on nurse pants.
Damn.
What those nurse pants?
This is crazy work.
This is crazy. I can't even. Them nails is going in somebody's ass.
Damn.
Like that's gonna be cutting the booty hole up. Damn. Holy crap.
I'm going nice and slow because this is supposed to be in the beginning. This is how you catch your rhythm.
I try to have a conversation. This is
bam. See? Bam. You give it you want it by the time you get your hip like this, you want to give it that push like this. Bam. 1, 2. That's how you get that baby going.
Damn.
In case you ain't know. That's how you get
do
that
have
baby
a few
going.
babies, so you know.
You have a point.
Oh yeah. Goodness gracious. I didn't do it. I'm just showing you what's being done so you can be aware, right? Shit.
I didn't do it.
Traumatizing me over
I
there.
did do it. It's been a crazy week. I had to keep the week going. It's been a crazy week. What do you think of the Cougar tunes, though, Mrs. Harris? Let's get a couple more of these Cougar tunes.
I love them. They were lessons for me.
Okay.
Coming up.
Okay. And let's see if we can grab another lesson for you. Let me see. Let's see. This is what we was doing before, right? Let's see. Thoughts on Sheila E.
She got the glamorous life.
Right.
So, you know.
Big brown Mercedes sedan.
I mean, it looks a little different for women. I don't know if you can keep a man with your money. Cougars.
Good point.
That's why they cougars, right? They got all this money, like
right. I mean, she's
you in
offering
control, you got
$500
this
a
money.
week, and you
Why
know,
you ain't got no man next to you already? Why ain't nobody there?
Mm.
I would be a little leery about that. Okay, you got all this to offer, so something wrong with you. Your money's all good, credit's good. Think about that.
you do.
Hmm.
Let's keep.
You
It
all
gets
wanna
kind of
love
rough
this
in the
stuff.
back of the limousine. Like just lyrics like that. Like, why do you guys think that this life that you want with this dream guy and all of this money don't come with shit? Even if you riding in a limousine, you don't know. It's kind of a unique life riding in the back of a limousine. Get kind of rough back there.
It could.
So I don't get the lack of being realistic to know that even the successes came with some shit with it, and even in the midst of their success, they going through some shit. Could you imagine being a fly in Rihanna and Chris Brown car that night? Everybody got millions of dollars, but it was a lot of lives went different ways down the timeline just from that one night.
Yep.
So it gets kind of rough in the back of these limousines, and the way you guys all talk about money and wanting it and wanting to act like y'all white, you better be ready for them problems that come along with it.
It's definitely some, and you see it because y'all going to jail, y'all being sued, y'all doing all kind of dumb shit. And even if you ain't doing it, they gonna put it to where you are. They got some evidence to fry you.
Talk about it.
So it's crazy that the money causes this mindset of dominance and needing to control and use it like that. Like you won't get caught nowadays. Everything's being recorded. Like you a nasty, freaky, doing all kind of freaky shit done to you, to the person. Like you don't think this shit gonna be exposed? Y'all just think y'all secrets is just gonna be kept and
I mean,
all of that? No, I'm getting paid while I'm in it, paying for my apartment, giving me money to do this and that and everything else. So when I'm done with you gonna pay for it because I didn't really want to do all that stuff. I really didn't want to be there. I couldn't leave because the money was too good. Because what other reason you would stay?
Opportunist.
It's crazy.
I mean, and look, even sitting in the face of caution, in the face of truth, in the face of righteousness, in the face of elders, look at the results.
I mean, look at his pants.
Look at
Don't
the
play with
results.
me. Look at his pants.
Come on, cat. Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
Yeah, see, that's what he's going through right now. I didn't know the girl was white.
Sitting right in the face of truth. He
Facts.
told the man what was going to happen. But it gets better.
And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
Stay away from that.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I do. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Sandy. You just can't do it. So when they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter.
He laughing all the way to jail,
right?
Laughing all the way to the bank, laughing all the way to writing a check.
Yeah,
because he want to date his wage and not his age. His words, not mine. when you got the elder sitting right in front of you saying, nigga, date somebody
Play
your
with these young
age.
bitches.
I know you don't like it when Mr. He says, say, find somebody just as fucked up as you and settle down like the Joker and Harley Quinn. Maybe when she say it, find somebody like you that can understand your plight, understand your commonalities, understand your age, your geriatrics.
Again,
Make
look at his
and
pants.
cheese. God damn it. He
The
think
fuck?
he
Look
a
at his
YN
pants. Pants is just like hers. Like, come on, nigga.
every week too.
Grown men with size 12, 13 feet shouldn't wear snuggy fucking ankle pants.
Damn.
That shit is not masculine, in my opinion. I'm gonna put it out there. Fuck that. That shit is just too much for me. Leggings and
I just see the caution. Like, look, it's right here in your face. And they, you know, we act like these bigger content creators. That's why I love being a small content creator. Because the bigger content creators are dumb as fuck. They know the magnifying glass is on them. The lights is on. Every time you come on, it's a fucking theatric. And you still step in shit. Being warned, being told by the righteous that told you all of y'all booty bandits was gonna get caught.
Don't be a sex deviant. Just because you got money doesn't make it okay to do all of that. Like, you just, because it got to be a thrill and it's for sex.
Well,
like,
let's see
nigga,
how that works out for him.
Cause that's gonna get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was gonna be scared.
I mean, that's a whole nother level. She said you don't want somebody young because you just gonna give them $20 to go to Starbucks. They gonna want to have sex a third time and a fourth time. And your rich ass is gonna be like, nah, here, take some money and go somewhere. You need to find somebody your age that's gonna give you some eggs and cheese, she said. I don't know about that. And then she said some toast with some almond butter to get your energy back up.
Yeah.
And again, the men, they're looking past the people that may be best for them, that may understand what they're going through, that may understand what they're looking towards and what might happen in the future in regards to age. And
yeah, because young people ain't thinking about that shit.
just don't give a
They have
fuck.
no concept for time, and this shit is crazy. Like, it's gotten worse. I thought our generation was a little like, you think you got forever? So that mindset hasn't stopped from when I was young. Like, and some of the people still have that mindset today. It's like, nigga, you never gonna grow up?
Right.
Bitch, you never gonna grow up? You still think this way? Like, that's cool? How'd that work out for you?
Right.
How'd that work out for you?
Like,
but everybody's so good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
Okay. So let's finish this up.
Yes, I'm talking.
Damn. Crazy work.
Well, what, Gabby?
Okay. And now finally this. I'm not even gonna play
You're
it. This
coming
is
to LA tomorrow?
you know the animation things that I grab instead of grabbing the actual
That's my first
clip,
time seeing her.
I grabbed
I
the
didn't even know who
animation.
she
Yeah, that's
she
the
looked
Snow
like.
Bunny. You lay down with Snow Bunny. You wake up with some shit in the cage. But I don't want to play it because, again, not enough information out for us yet. Story is very new and we don't care about being first. But the transition from Cat Williams sitting on the couch telling him a warning, and then Monique sitting on the couch giving him information, and then finally him in the situation that he's in when he could have just listened. What do you think about that?
Doing a whole bunch of talking on the just to God damn. Just shut the fuck up. Y'all be just doing too much.
Damn it, man.
Just doing too much. And it has, it's all about the ego and just thinking you're untouchable. And that's crazy. Okay, because you're not safe. Gentlemen, y'all not safe out here. You can't just do whatever you want.
Right.
And think these snow bunnies
damn
and these hyenas ain't coming for you.
Especially
or
the snow
recording you. I'm just saying.
Especially this.
It's little cameras, like they setting y'all asses up.
To me.
Okay, be mindful. Cheating on your wife, cheating on your husband, you might be getting set up. Just,
But But that's
Trust
crazy work,
nobody,
man.
yo.
That's crazy work. Like I said, I didn't want to dive into it. Everything's a little new for us.
And
We didn't
everybody
even
got
like
an
to.
opinion.
Right, right.
Everybody got an
So
opinion.
yeah, so we won't touch
Yeah,
upon
young
that.
girls like older niggas. Just get over it. Okay. Sorry, gentlemen. Your daughters like older men.
Right,
All right. It is what it is.
right.
The fuck.
I mean, how is it again? Just like we talk about the ladies, how is it so hard to see when the shoe's on the other foot? Because women like older men, and we kind of try to lobby for it and make sense out of it.
It allows us to keep being a victim. It allows us to keep making excuses for girls making foolish choices. You know, my body, my choice, my life, my choice. Yeah, well, bitch, you made a foolish fucking choice. Okay. It can't always be the other person because they didn't turn out to be who you thought,
Or who you tried to
who you
turn them into.
fantasized, or who you Frankenstein them in.
Right.
Yeah, come on. Come on. So, I mean, they're honestly saying that girls are stupid. This is what women are saying, that girls are irresponsible, you know, illogical, irrational, and can't make decisions effectively for their lives if they're 25 and under. Right? Because anything that happens, so she's young, you know,
Right.
oh, so
She's
young.
young,
I was so fucking
absolutely.
young. I was so
Being
fucking
young.
young. You got 18 years on this planet. Your mama should teach you something. Your grandmama, your aunties, the women around you supposed to teach you a whole bunch of stuff. But
That's
we
a
keep
fact.
saying man, 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 man. Yeah.
That's my brother right there. That look like my brother. Is it him?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What up, bro?
Oh,
How
about
you
to
doing,
say, nigga,
man?
try to
Yeah. He the only one that would put a name like that there.
name
How you
here.
doing, man? How's everything going, bro?
Good.
Mr. Cougar.
Everything's great. Everything's great, my guy. My lady.
That's good, man. That's good,
Okay.
man. We just chilling
Good
over
to
here
see
having
you.
a conversation, talking about Cougar. Man,
Oh,
what you know about Cougars, man?
I know at this point I'm a little too old for one. She got to be about 80 in my age.
God damn. To
For
be
her to
considered a
consider the
cougar to you,
cougar.
she gotta be. I heard that. Naomi's in the building. What up, Naomi? Yeah, so that's the conversation that we having tonight. And we kind of touching on a little bit of Shannon Sharp because it's kind of the reverse thing where he was a little older and the young lady was younger, but we're not talking too much about that because there's a lot of information that's not out, but the whole conversation surrounding it about the age dynamic. Do you think that there should be a certain proximity in age when it comes to two people dating, or do you think 18 is grown and grown is grown no matter how you slice it? What do you think, sir?
18 is legally adult. Grown, no. Right? But
Okay.
I have a whole nother like it's a lot of folks now they playing his little Club Shay Shay shit with Monique when she told that motherfucker, bruh, get somebody your
Right.
fucking age, stop fucking with these snapdragons, these
Yeah.
hoes who still want fucking Italian ices. Like, leave them young
Right.
bitches alone.
Gotcha.
And like, bruh, like you choose the worst of the worst. So
Okay. Okay. I hear
he
you.
gonna find out and they're playing the Cat Williams segment of too. Like, bruh, like leave them young white bitches alone. I mean, like, bruh, because they out there and they doing what they're doing. And I would say this on Shannon Sharp's point. He's like, look, whatever y'all want to know, I'll tell you. So that makes me feel like he's not hiding nothing, but folks have difference of opinion,
Damn.
which is
You
fine.
easy to please, man. That's crazy work. You really feel like that?
What?
You really feel like if somebody steps in front of the camera and say, "Well, I ain't got nothing to hide," you can ask me whatever you want, and I'll tell you, that
Hey,
gets your confidence just from doing that.
look, man, if someone doesn't have anything to hide,
Everybody got something to hide. There you go, right there. Like you're
I'm
one of
talking
those
about
people, huh? You believe
I'm
that
talking
statement?
about I'm talking about
Mhm.
this specific situation. I can't speak on everybody
This
else.
specific, yeah, no, this specific situation, he has a lot of stuff to hide. We only find out about stuff after he gets caught on tape and the shit gets put out to us. What you talking about,
Oh,
bro?
okay. So my question is, what did he get on tape doing? Talking
All of
shit
the shit. You want me to
on
go
the
down the
phone?
list? The Michelle girl, didn't he call somebody like Michelle? Come here, don't run from me, and all of that. Ain't that him?
My question was, if you would let me finish, what did he get caught doing wrong? Talking shit on the phone? How many of us have
No,
done
he was
shit?
having sex. No, Oz. He
So
was having
what?
sex with a girl named
What's
Michelle.
and what's illegal about fucking?
Nothing is illegal. That wasn't the point I was speaking to. You
So
said
what's your
he
point,
has
brother?
nothing to hide, and I believe him. My point is everything we find out about him is through secret. There was a secret recording of him having sex with Michelle. Don't you run from me. And again, there's nothing illegal about that, but he didn't come to us and say, there's a tape out there that y'all getting ready to see. He came out after the fact and said, y'all saw a tape about me. So again, my only question was, based on the way he moves, how could you give him the benefit of the doubt on some shit like, well, he said you could ask him any questions, so I don't think he got nothing to hide. That's all it takes to get your confidence? That was my question.
Short answer, yeah. Like there is no law against fucking. There's no law against being a freak. There's no law against getting your dick wet or getting your pussy wet. There's no law against that, right? So I'm just saying, like, and I said the same shit to you a few weeks back, man, when the whole shit with like P. Diddy and Jay-Z accusation and this one and that one and cancel him and cancel that. Show me a law that says it's illegal to get pussy, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. Like when has it become illegal to tell a bitch if you know that's me and your vibe, and I say, bitch, stop playing, I'm gonna choke your ass and blah blah blah, and that's how we vibe. But when it becomes a legal thing where she's trying to sue and she's trying to do that, and this Busby dude who's been known for his bullshit, which you like information and you like facts, Google him or whatever y'all do out there to find the facts. And he's known for extorting men of color, bro. And that's all I'm saying is, and not just you, and I'm not specifically picking on you, but I'm just saying, like, I'm so tired of when some fucking white bitch says some shit, and the first thing us as men of color, the first thing we fucking do is want to bash our own people. Fuck that. I'm tired of that shit, man. Like, it's done, especially when the track record of her lawyer is that. When it's no facts, it's a fucking phone call, it's a sex tape. Bitch, I fucked you on tape. So what? You knew the camera was on. You knew it. You know how we talk behind doors. You know how we talk on the phone. Because she the one who recorded the phone call, not him. Which, depending on what state you're in, it's illegal. So, like, man, I'm just tired of us as black people quick to fucking just jump on each other without hearing all of the facts. Oh, he's wrong. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. Maybe the bitch is out for money.
Let me ask you this: how old is he?
Who gives a shit about his age?
Because
She's
he has
a
a
fucking
reputation
adult.
he has a reputation to uphold. It's his reputation.
Of
That's
what?
what
He's
he's.
a single man. He's
That,
single. He
but
ain't got no wife. He
but
getting
that's not the
pussy.
point. The man got a reputation on ESPN, on
Of
Stephen
what?
A. Smith.
Fucking?
Oh my
When has
goodness!
illegal become fucking, my guy? All due
What
respect,
about your
love you.
reputation to the public? He's out there in public eye. It's his
So
reputation that he's damaging.
you're
Nobody's
not
doing it
answering
but
my
him.
question. When has it become illegal to fuck?
It ain't got nothing to do with fucking.
Nobody
I'm
said
saying
it
how,
was.
right,
You will never be able to find that for you.
right,
There is no precedent that makes it illegal. That's not what I
right.
was speaking to. Again, I'm just speaking about the way he moves in secret. He's
Yes,
not forthcoming to give him a benefit of the doubt and say he has nothing to hide. Whenever I hear a statement about somebody that say they don't have nothing to hide, that's crazy work to me because
So
everybody got something to
because
hide.
he keeps his sex life private because he's in the
Sex life
public
ain't
eye,
private. I
something
know
wrong with
all
that?
about it. How's it private when I know he
No,
said
no,
don't
no, 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 no.
run from me?
I am
What's private about
so
that?
so what? But if that's how they vibe, son, we've all had conversations with bitches like,
No,
yo,
that's
you come through,
not
I'm
what I'm
so
talking.
like,
Like you why you keep doing that? Like you're not even speaking to what I'm saying. I'm saying if the man is a secretive man,
right.
I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. That's all I'm saying. And I just want to know how you arrive at that. But you said you do. So that's all you needed to say. You say, yeah. That's all I need to hear.
so
You
For
know
you
his
to
what?
say,
sex life is secretive, right?
If I was,
And some bitch decides to
secretive,
record
my
him,
nigga.
now he's a villain.
if I was him, I would have never
No, I
said
didn't say
nothing.
that.
I wouldn't
I didn't
even.
say that.
I wouldn't even have got on. I wouldn't even have got on TV or whatever case may be, explaining what you did. If you're, I wouldn't have said
No,
nothing.
no, see, I can't agree with that because they want to control the narrative and like and he's getting it's nothing wrong with and we've had these conversations before how the media tries to control the narrative of things and if somebody steps out and be like, nope, I'm not going to let y'all control this shit. It's nothing wrong with that shit. It's like, in my opinion,
Of course.
because they can vilify this fucking man till the cows come home and won't nobody say shit in his defense. So he decided to defend himself. What's wrong with that? Nothing.
Nothing.
Shit.
But
I mean, he
like
was in the room. Who was in the room with him with her? Himself.
yes,
He should be defending himself.
that's
I
exactly
know you
right.
like come on now.
I
This is
agree
what
with that.
OG was speaking to. There's a certain maturity that us
Yes,
OGs have. That's why we have the title OG.
that's
So
right.
when he relinquished that by being in the room with a damn 19-year-old,
Yeah.
20-year-old,
All bets is
we
off.
not the same, my nigga.
Mm-mm.
Like OG, how you doing, bro? What's going on?
I'm doing
And you
good,
know
but
her intentions ain't pure. She ain't trying to be your wife.
yeah, but the thing is though, if you got a pattern or something, if you've been in shit more than once, don't people trying to tell you to stay away. Why don't you listen? I don't get it. Man's 50-some years old. You mean tell me
He's
he
a
can't
fool.
listen to them? Yeah, it just don't make no sense. And that's probably why people are getting on him. Like, hey man, haven't you learned your lesson yet? Didn't you go down this road before? Didn't you learn? Apparently not. So
Yeah. He
I,
hasn't
I
learned, but what has he done illegal? That's my whole point. What has he done illegal? Nothing.
nobody
No,
said nothing
nothing.
about him
I
being
don't think
illegal.
anybody said he
I
did
don't think
anything.
anybody
No.
ever said
Right.
anything about it being
But
illegal.
You
he
must
will,
see some
in my
stuff in the
opinion,
media or something.
he'll be
Right.
vilified because of his fucking age and her age and like
No,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
no. I mean,
It's a
that's a
combination of
yeah.
things.
Right.
It's
It
definitely
is.
a possibility for the age and to be vilified for that.
It's those
Absolutely,
it's those
I
voice
would
recordings.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
It's yeah, it's that
Yes.
tone and that dominance in his voice and all. If it was just her saying he did this, he did that, but when you add recordings of him and all
Yes.
of that, it definitely, it helps with the narrative they're trying to push. And I don't believe all fucking women. I'm sorry. I just don't. He definitely shouldn't have put himself in a situation like this. Like Monique said, y'all take a risk stepping out
Yes.
and playing around with these young damn hoes.
Right.
They want it 1 second and then the next second they don't want it and they really didn't want it. They just didn't know how to respond and blah blah blah. It's a horrible situation.
I mean, and that's was the initial talking subject and
He was being
topic
warned.
was these videos that I played. Like I was saying, us when you came up, I didn't want to talk about the specific
Right.
situation because it's not enough information
Right.
out for us.
Mhm.
But what I
Right.
was speaking to was these videos that I played, and you kind of spoke to them when you came up. But we just
And
played them before you came up.
Yeah.
You go ahead, Mrs.
And just let me just add, this whole relationship was a couple years ago. So when we get the news,
Right.
it's right here, right now for us. But this has already been a situation. You know what I mean? Like this is not new. It's just being exposed to us right now.
No, this
That
is new.
relationship
This
has
is
been happening
right,
for
of course, right.
some years. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
But this
Yeah.
is happening in real time. The
Yeah.
information is now coming out because now she's pressing charges. So again, all
Right.
relationships was in the past.
But I'm
days
saying those
before.
recordings she got has been happening. This is not
Oh
something
yes.
just
You're
right
right.
now. So
They're
like
out
Ars
there.
is saying, it's legitimate. Get this man. He got to go. Let's get the recordings. I'm gonna do this, and yeah, you can't trust nobody.
And are we not smart to know people
Oh,
record shit? Come on.
Right. Again, now we back
Yeah,
to 52
yeah.
years old. And now with
Yeah.
all of this information that you just said and Mrs. Harris just
Mm-hmm.
said, we going in rooms with 19-year-old white women?
Yes.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're
Yeah,
doing.
she might have
And
me
you know,
running down the street
and you
like
know
John
what?
the
There you
Baptist.
go. Come on, Dad.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
You don't
You
need
know
no
what I mean?
26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take it.
He said, "I do."
I do.
Oh
Look at his
shit.
face. Ooh, he is a 7-year-old
Again,
boy.
I'm not
Mm.
speaking to sex being legal or illegal, none of that
Right.
shit. Because again, I'm 50 years old. I know I can't find nowhere that I'm gonna find you some sex is illegal, fucking and being a freak and all of that shit you tried to come up here and say. What I'm saying is when you sitting in the face of truth, Cat Williams that said all y'all dick deviance is going down.
He's right.
He was a dick deviant sitting right across from him.
Right across
Can't
from
tell
him.
me ain't no damn 52-year-old man that want to fuck a 19-year-old ain't no dick deviant. And then Monique said, find somebody your
Your ass
goddamn
is
Yeah.
an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to
Yep.
hang out with these young bitches, and you know you can't do it, Sandy. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
Because I can't go no further.
Yeah,
But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's gonna get your energy back up.
Ain't that something? He did a
Auntie
video.
tried to tell him.
He did a video.
But
of
I'm not
something.
going. I can't just be on his side just because he black. I'm black first before anything. But god damn it, come on, B. We ain't gonna talk about if that was my daughter or my granddaughter or come on, B. That's
I'm
crazy
starting to
work.
see that. I'm starting to feel like they put these lames in these positions as influential and shit, and then get them caught up. Like this is
Yes.
crazy. Like,
Get
do you
them.
not know better, sir?
Right.
And that's the
Do
thing.
you
They're
not
gonna-
fucking have you not learned?
No, because
OJ, nigga, you about OJ. You ain't that much
Yeah.
younger than
I'm not black.
OJ.
I'm OJ.
This
Yeah,
is
but he's the-
crazy.
they're not going to forget. That's the thing about white folks. They don't forget. They don't.
And we so easily do, and that's a shame.
Yes. Yeah, it
They
is.
tortured us. We are so lost in translation. Shout out to Lost in
Yep.
Translation. We have been so lost in translation. We can't get it back. We're lost.
And you know what, Mrs.
Damn
C
shame.
said? Tommy Sotomayor, I think y'all played that clip of like y'all Negroes know that all y'all doing on here is trying to go fuck somebody and get a date on YouTube. Y'all need to stop with that stuff. He's telling the truth.
Mhm.
And ain't a goddamn person in there gonna say, no, you're wrong. Come on, man. Wake up to reality.
Oh, the women will. The women will say, no,
What?
it's just content. I post because I want to feel good about myself, and and I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a businesswoman, but y'all have naked.
Hey, but
What you selling?
But you know what? And that's the thing. When they do it, guess what they got on them? As soon as some shit go ragged, what happens? They're gonna expose them.
Damn.
And that's what they did quite a few times on YouTube because I've seen it. They exposed them, the messages and everything.
Crazy work.
Yeah. If you gonna trust people like that, man, you must be out of your mind. Shit. We know what time.
So
it
what do
is.
y'all think about just the warning? Us Bliggy, the warning that Monique tried to give him and Kat tried to give him. I guess that was,
He needed to hear it from his brother. That's probably what his brother should have told him. If anything, he got so much love for his brother. Why didn't his brother step up and say, Shannon, you know what? Stop. Sterling should have said
Hey,
something.
I'm sure he did, but Kat's warning was like a general statement. Monique's warning was directly to him, like, you know what I mean? Like, bruh, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kat just made a statement of like how the lady was, he was like, I don't want no white lady chasing me down the street like Jonathan Majors. Right. So his statement was a general statement with, you know, those who out for the fucking bag. And when it don't work out, or if he don't want to fuck with you no more, now it's like, oh well, he did this and he did that. Monique was up front, like, look, dude, you need to find somebody your fucking age,
right,
who don't want blue ices and watch SpongeBob and, like y'all was talking about earlier, the fucking Thundercats, because we have nothing to really talk about. We just fucking, and when I decide to stop, now it's a thing where, oh well, he's not fucking with me, he's rich, I'm gonna sue this nigga for $50 million. Which I don't think, I mean, he got money, he ain't got no 50 million fucking dollars.
Hey, if you look at that George Taylor, look how fast that thing went out.
Right.
You don't hear nothing about that no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't hear nothing. Zero. They probably paid her off and she's out riding off in the sunset. See? You don't hear nothing. It's crazy.
Yep.
I mean, that's that's a whole nother layer to examine, because if this, you know, things are so unjust, would you, Mrs. Harris, as a woman, take a pay off?
Nah, I want him to go to jail.
Right. Something that happened to you.
I mean, I don't see any sense in women prolonging these kind of relationships. Like, I think that's where she lost me.
I got you.
You know what I mean? From this deposition and you speaking, something happened like the first time, like, you stay. Wow, you ain't got no kids, y'all ain't married, you young, like, just foolishness,
Right.
man.
So when relationships aren't working out,
And we can't just keep saying because he is who he is, that's why she stayed. What the fuck? What does that mean?
Right.
He ain't God, he Jesus to somebody?
I got you.
Right.
The fuck? He left. Child, look at his club. I'm not even. Let me stop.
you.
Let me stop
I got
listening.
you. Nice.
Yeah, it says a lot. It says a lot.
Isn't
I
that
mean,
crazy?
and when
Wouldn't this
Cat was from him speaking that truth about all the dick deviants, he was already in this.
That's what kind of
it.
flashed
So
in
you,
my mind when you said this happened a while ago,
yeah,
and then he's
but this
sitting
is
there like he's probably.
this is what we talk about. Shame. Shame is a painful feeling of humiliation and distress. It's caused by your consciousness. If his consciousness doesn't feel any shame for doing what he's doing, and these women are allowing it, and they're allowing it. So how can you feel shame? If you never came back, then I can feel bad, but you back.
Right.
Oh, you gonna let me choke you out again? Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, she even specified that stuff.
Yeah. Multiple times? Like, who
Yep.
goes back? I'm not calling the police. I'm not going to my father or my uncles or whatever. Please. She want a double
Isn't that
paycheck.
crazy?
No, it's not crazy. It's big money time. This is how they do it. They learned the recipe. It's really simple.
Damn.
You know, you can come 30 years later, don't have no baby, don't have no cum, and put a man in jail for saying he did something. You know? Huh. Sounds unique.
See,
But it's happening.
This is the second time this happened to him, because the first time was, remember that cell phone, remember? When they
don't.
played that and he was doing what he had to do and she's on her moan. That's what happened the first time. I remember that. I don't forget that.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. Fellas, what do y'all think about this rating scale right here? 28 to 34 is an auntie, 35 to 41 is a cougar, 42 to 45 is a cougar auntie, and 46 and up is a thundercat. Your thoughts?
I thought cougars is in the 40s, something like that. I guess.
Right.
I've been
Right.
so out there.
35.
I've been so.
I think they changed it.
I didn't know it was an age thing. I just thought it was an old bitch trying to fuck with a young dude.
I thought a cougar was definitely 40s.
Yes,
and up.
yes.
It's usually them old bitches.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Pouncing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? leopard print. Women that wear like leopard
If
print.
you're 30 and he's 19, you're a cougar.
Yeah.
I mean, anything young, you messing with
you're 30
anything
and he's
younger,
19,
you're a cougar. 5 years younger, you're a cougar. I don't care. That's my in my mindset. Anything younger.
It has to be at least 10, 15 years age gap.
Okay.
I
To be
think.
considered a cougar.
I just think you're going backwards for a woman. You know, the maturity. Like, wouldn't you seek a more mature male counterpart? Not to say, you know, 18, 19-year-old can't be mature, but this is how women speak. They say a 18, 19-year-old girl is not mature enough to be dealing with no 30, 40, 50-year-old man.
Absolutely.
Why isn't the same for the boys? I just, you know, because they got a dick and they know how to go in and out. Like, but what else are you giving?
That's why
Such a double standard.
Yeah, it really is. But don't get mad when the double standard benefits men.
Damn. So
You know what I
Eric
mean?
is in the building.
You know what I mean? Like, don't
thank
get mad
God.
when it benefit us, sis. Just saying.
Thank God we got somebody. I got mine, and Mr. He said got
right.
his. You know, and he was in there. He was on the show, and we were on Cammy's show, and the stuff that, I know Mr. C said. I know you seen that stuff. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious?
No, I actually haven't. I just heard a couple things. The whole
today or yesterday, OG? You talking about today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
today was nuts.
Oh,
today was nuts.
That's crazy. I don't know.
What you got, Oz? What you was getting ready to say? I heard you about to chime in, man. What's going on?
Oh, now I'm watching the draft, man. It's just like nobody picks Shedeur Sanders yet, and that's crazy. But yeah.
Well, you know why?
So this is college draft?
No, it's the NFL.
the National Football Draft. They don't like pick number.
Oh,
it's NFL tonight.
20-something, son, and they ain't picked it through yet, and that's bananas. But yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. I thought I muted the mic. Wifey just came home from.
Nah, you good, man.
From choir rehearsal, so she say.
Tell sis I said what up. Yeah, tell her I said what up.
Stop playing.
Yeah, there you
Tell
go.
her we said hello.
There he go.
Now that we talking about
singing for the Lord.
She's a cool.
Nah, she was at rehearsal.
She
was absolutely at rehearsal. That's my sister right there. Don't talk about my sister like that, man. I'm gonna come for you. Let me get you. Let me see.
So what do the young heads think
go
the
ahead, OG.
Cougar
You
is?
got it.
What do the young heads think the Cougar is? You know, we're out of that business. Back when
I
we
think
were
that
younger,
these is their numbers.
yeah,
These
you're
are their
right.
numbers.
Yeah, you're right. Piggy bank.
28
Exactly
to
right.
34 and 35 to 41 is a cougar. So mid 30s going into 40 is considered a cougar for them. And I'm not sure if what they want them for. PlayStation, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
The younger men want the older women for.
What they want them for? A mama.
They cook.
Okay, a second mama.
They cook.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I would assume somebody to take care of them.
Right.
You know, they have stability. It's the same thing. Stability, like that dude said, stability, wisdom, you know, some money, even if they using them. And you can't get pregnant. I could go bop, 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 all up in there and you can't get pregnant. Come on. Stop.
That's it.
Let's go. Yeah.
That's the big one. That's
From the window to the wall.
And she give head with no problem. Like I think it's the confidence too. Right? Because the older woman is definitely going to be much more confident than a girl. Usually most girls lay there. It's like missionary, you know, they're afraid of trying something new. They may not arch their back as well. I'm just saying they don't know how to suck no dick. So, you know, I mean, that's something you got to learn, right? And if you're sucking different men's dick, you're never going to learn to master the dick of one man. Right? Because I think all men are different. Y'all all like y'all dick sucked differently. Some like spit and slobbing and, you know, the balls and everything in there. Like, you know, put your finger on my butt.
Whoa.
Some of y'all niggas All right, listen, some of y'all niggas do that.
Fuck your life. Bing bang.
Wait.
It's a small
on the
percentage
counter,
of younger women who are that assertive and clear and
Okay.
you know.
Mr. Jones, what you got for that, man?
No.
Gonna follow that up?
Hell no, not the finger in the butt thing. No.
Listen.
But I do have a question though. So when an older lady fucks with a younger gentleman, they're called cougars, right? But
that is true.
if a older man fucks
No,
with
sis.
a younger lady, they're called predators.
Yeah.
So we need to find a name for us.
The men that want to pop.
Yes.
Bears.
Right, but I thought that the older men,
Let's
that's
call
what
them
me and Ricky was
alligators.
talking about earlier. Older men are called silver foxes, right?
No, that's if you're handsome. A silver fox is a handsome gray.
Right.
Older
Who's
man.
popping younger?
You can't be ugly and all out of the shape. And
So ugly,
you
old,
ain't no
out
silver
of shape
fox.
niggas is
Sorry.
popping younger ladies like that?
You don't have
Old pot
gray
belly
hair yet.
niggas, absolutely. Yes, they
You don't
are.
have gray
Yeah,
hair
he
yet.
got some money. Yes, he
Right,
got
but
gray
he
hair.
don't have gray hair yet, so he's not considered
Uh-uh.
a silver fox yet. See me? I
No,
got
he's
the
not.
gray. So
Damn.
Yeah.
You ain't that cute. I'm just kidding.
I'm all gray.
No, I'm just kidding. I love you, at. You fine and fine wine, baby.
I told him back in them days.
My
when
brother. Okay, that's my brother.
I want my money back. I want my money back for this
Shoot.
stream. Look what Red Lipstick Vibe says. She said, "Did you play the JP clip?"
How the fuck you didn't learn how to create babies then? Because it's a certain technique. It's a certain technique to create a baby. You
It's a certain technique to creating a baby. Y'all want to say
just can't. You got to know how to fuck. You got to what he ain't doing is when you got your leg, when you put her legs up, Canada, take no.
Oh, so you got to put your headphones in. You got any nurses in the house? Put your headphones on.
Nah, I heard
Crazy
that
work.
earlier. He's an idiot.
You want my legs up, right? You put these two thumbs, spread her butt, you hold it though, and you slide your thumb in.
Lord
He's an
Jesus.
idiot, yo. He said this.
Slide your thumb in there.
You better leave the Black House president alone.
I
He
could
said
bet
that nigga got
man
wisdom.
about 30 kids.
This is sure enough full.
He got some sharp ass nails to be putting it anywhere.
pregnancy
How
loaded.
many kids you got? How many kids?
You got a few. Got a few.
From
He's
putting his finger in the butt.
I mean, he's an OBGYN.
Ooh, but that pussy was good.
One thing I can say about you, JP, boy, you're a coochie connoisseur.
Oh yeah, I love it. I think I'm a gynecologist. I always wanted to be an OBGYN.
Yeah.
And he don't even get high.
He's an actual OGBYN.
No, nigga.
Oh,
Right.
I was about to say because
You slide your thumbs in her ass, and then you lean over, right?
Did y'all hear what my brother asked?
See YouTube.
Hey, yo. You never know. You know, looks can be deceiving, right?
He's a YouTube gynecologist. He could tell you about some YouTubian puss.
Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
There was somebody in this camp. I can feel it in my bones.
And that's why I stay off the internet, because the shit.
Well, we glad you come and join us.
That's my brother right there.
Goodness
Right.
gracious.
That shit fucks your brain up, man.
Brooklyn's finest.
This nigga said, "Spread the butt cheeks and stick the 2 nails in there." And
He
you gonna have
did.
a baby.
He
No,
did.
that's not how babies are made.
I mean, let him finish. Let him finish before you rebuke. Make sure you got your stats and your data to back up your argument too. Let him finish.
And then you lean over, right? Put me back on the big screen.
Put him back on the big screen.
You lean up, and you go slow.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
You gonna get him
With the motion, she baby.
No.
And then sometimes you gotta put that leg up like that.
Hey yo.
You see, you get up. This is just.
Hey yo.
I'm going nice and slow because this is supposed to be in the beginning. This is how you catch your rhythm.
Hey yo.
This is
Bam, see, this is a little bam. See?
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh
You
man.
give it that. You want it. By the time you get your hip like this, you want to give it that push like this. Bam. 1, 2. That's it. That's it.
Bing bong.
2. That's it.
No.
That's it. That's how you gotta get. That's how you get that baby.
Oh man.
Yo, y'all know y'all need this in y'all life. Y'all need this sex education, man. It's a whole OGD, ODBYN. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Cougar Tunes. No need to keep replaying that clip. I want to see the clips you play on your show. I want to see the clips that you play on your show, Green Beans, because you always got some shit to say about something that's
Somebody
happening.
Shit.
So load up the machine. Let me know when you're gonna be on so I could come over and tell you what you could do better. Y'all shouldn't be talking about
I
this
didn't
right
do
now.
it. I'm just showing you what's being done so you can be aware, right?
It's take heed here yet.
Oh man. Okay.
It's what they want.
And now that I think about it, I don't see no super chats that say green beans on there.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
So all this free entertainment that you getting, you should just buckle your seatbelt, sit down, and fucking ride. But when you start to do shit like this, telling me how to run my fucking show,
He probably learned how the fuck he didn't learn how to create babies then. Because it's a certain technique. It's a certain technique to create a baby. You just can't. You got to know how to fuck.
go find your wife or your girl, cuddle up, turn on Netflix, and watch something other than us.
He probably learned how the fuck he didn't learn how to create babies then. Because it's a certain technique. It's a certain technique to create a.
And hit the super chat or the cash app before you find your boo boo and y'all cuddle up and shit. Because this is our show over here. And when you fire up your show with your girl, so I could come up and talk about you and her and the shit that you're doing, then I might, entertain you. But other than that, now you just, watch or
He probably learned how the fuck he didn't learn how to create babies then. Because it's a certain technique. It's a certain technique to create a baby. You just can't. You got to know how to fuck. You got to. What he ain't doing is when you got your leg, when you put her legs up, you put your woman legs up, right? You put these two thumbs, spread her butt, you hold it though, and you slide your thumb in, right? You slide your thumbs in her ass, and then you lean over, right? Put me back on the big screen. You lean up, and you go slow roll it. Yeah. Stroke it.
You gonna get him
with the motion.
Is that a picture of Barack behind him? Man, we gotta do better. We gotta do better.
And then sometimes you gotta put that leg up like that. And you from the side. You see, you get up. This is I'm going nice and slow because this is supposed to be in the beginning. This is how you catch your rhythm.
I try to have a conversation. This is
Bam. See? Bam. You give it you want it. By the time you get your hip like this, you want to give it that push like this.
For the price of
bam. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's how you gotta get. That's how you get that baby going.
You go to Davis Bridal?
Oh, Lord.
Damn.
Ain't a joke.
Yeah, I saw that.
Crazy work.
Dr.
Ain't it?
Fee.
Crazy work, OG.
Yeah, it is. That's
So that was a
crazy.
good stream you guys had going on Cammy's show today, man. Good conversation and just, always entertaining.
Yeah, but they start bashing old folks. I had to come up here. I said I got tired of this shit. You ain't gonna. If them old women want to go and show what that's their business.
Right.
They've been there and done that. Let them do that. But see, these young girls out there looking for that bag. That's what they looking for. And a lot of men done caught on to that stuff and don't want to be bothered with that. So that's home training. Yeah, that comes from the home.
Sis said it's the monkey sounds for me. The monkey sounds go crazy. Lady Navoa don't like it at all. I'm not mad at you, Lady Navoa. Not mad at all. Hope y'all doing good.
That idiot has what, 3 kids?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
So, let's see what we got, OG. I've been seeing some interesting stuff on the internet. I got a nice show that I'm loading up for Saturday that's gonna be interesting. But in the meantime and in between time, gotta go get my child at about 1:30 in the morning. I believe she gets off work. I wanna share a video with you. Just looking for it right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Because it's better than crab legs and Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobsters. That's what I heard. That's what So, all right. I'm going to share a screen with y'all, and we're going to talk about something real quick. Where did it go? Mrs. Harris is pulling back up on us. Mrs. Harris, you all right? Everything good on the home front? Okay. You protecting and providing me. Make sure ain't no burglars coming to get me or nothing. Okay. And then I'm looking for my screen right now. How about you, Mrs. Harris? How you doing so far? You all right? I can't imagine looking up at him on top of me or anywhere on me. That's crazy work, Lady Navoa. Lady Navoa said, "Not me."
Fuck your life. Bing bang.
Amen.
Y'all are wrong. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all ain't right. Y'all are not right. All right, let's see.
I say I can imagine anything. I just don't want to.
Right? That's unique. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Cammy was talking about today, right?
Let me share this screen real quick. All right, here we go. Mrs. Harris, OG, Osbly,
Lord.
all y'all married people here. I got y'all here. I want y'all to see this video. Come on, lady. What's that? Let's get rid of that. I don't need that. Let's get rid of this too. Okay. Get that right. We almost finished this whole plate of snacks that you just brought. So are you gonna refill it or no? No, I'm joking.
I would.
I'm joking. Nah, you don't have to refill it. I think we did good with that. All right.
I heard a smacking in the microphone.
Yeah. That was green beans. He needed to hear. He was listening for it. He was waiting to hear something like that so he could say something about it.
Wait, what I miss?
Nothing. We were grabbing a video to play real quick.
Okay.
Did the person you want to get drafted? I ain't watched sports in so long, man.
Shit.
So I don't know who any of these young people are.
Man.
Travis Hunter got picked number 2. I'm still trying to see where Shador Sanders gonna go, or Shiloh Sanders, but they hating on him because of his father.
And those is Deion Sanders kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get picked yet. I thought they was like nice.
No,
Yeah. They top 10 worthy.
And they didn't get picked yet.
You know what it is. He's right. Because it's too busy showboating, man.
Right.
Oh, they prime time like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
yeah, that's yeah. You know how that go. Oh, it's 2025 now. They not gonna take talent over, a malleable player that's not as good, but he'll run through the wall for the coach. You know what I mean?
But they're good.
Right.
Yeah,
That was valuable in our day. That's not valuable no more.
Right. Yeah.
Being
yeah.
good. Yeah.
And they want someone who's gonna play the game. They're gonna play the game and they're gonna play the script that they put forth
Right,
for
a
them.
yes man,
Because
right.
it's a script.
Right.
You'll get handed a script with that contract to say this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna pull a knee, you're gonna break a toe,
wait a minute.
you're gonna
All
be
of
on
it?
drugs, you're
All
gonna
of
be a
that
whore, whatever the
all of
script
that
is,
comes
you
on
better
his
you
script?
signing up for that shit.
That's crazy
For this
work.
NBA to be as quiet as they are, and these young black men still coming to this industry and they get shitted on and they don't know the ropes, like that shit ain't cool. Get our own fucking shit. Oh wait, Ice Cube tried to do that, right?
Ice Cube does have
I mean, but to the degree of we got our own shit. Fuck y'all white teams.
I mean, yeah.
Let's leave over. They ain't got no integrity. They're not gonna do that. That's crazy. So you know,
The Big Three still going on?
I think so. Yeah.
They still play?
I think so.
I haven't seen it. It's mostly in the summertime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly in the summertime, so it should be coming up. I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, it's more like after the finals. They have
Okay. I'm looking for a video, man, and I cannot find it. I found it, but it wouldn't play. Let me try to find this girl again. OG, what you got coming up, man? What's going on with you? I see y'all was doing y'all thing over there today. It was a nice super panel over there.
Yeah, Mrs. OG, she was out. She didn't hear pretty much. I don't blame her. She's hard on these youngsters. I heard, man. You know,
Okay.
Go find something to do. You're not gonna make a living on here. Go get a job. Go get a career. Do something, because you're not gonna make a living on here. It's just not possible. And what can you say? You can only. I said it before. When you have a child, there's a certain way you want to raise your children. There's some of them don't want to listen, but that's the thing. And I always said the fear factor. That was my tactic, the fear factor. And after that, after high school, I've had no problem with that. You know.
So having a certain level of fear is necessary, you would say.
Well, with him, I wanted to do it for a reason, you know, and that's why I didn't name him after me. I didn't want that. I want him to have his own identity.
Okay.
I said no. My mother's like, I said no. Let him have his own identity. He don't have to be like me. I want him to be like him, not like me.
Now, damn, now my son gonna be like me.
No.
Okay.
Damn that.
Okay.
I don't
You
want
are
that.
my identity. You are me. You are a representation of me.
Offspring.
Like you can have your own life, but my values, my morals, my this, my that is a reflection of me. Whatever your kids do is the first thing your neighbor gonna say is what? Oh, he just like his daddy. No, get the fuck out of here.
Damn.
No,
That's
your
crazy.
daddy had values. Your daddy had this. Your daddy. Well, as I got older, you know what I'm saying. As I got older,
Right.
right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying.
So could it be just his youth? Does he have to kind of run his course as well and have maturity
Yes.
set in and kind of guide him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, test the waters. like ring the bell, be disruptive, fight the machine. I get that, right? But when you become a grown up, not a adult, because it's two different things in my opinion. But like now, he's and man, he was just talking today. He driving out there to Jersey, you know what I'm saying? And like he's in school, his girl, this bitch go to fucking Rutgers for like law.
Hey, yo.
Smart as hell,
God damn.
right? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, bruh, like I'm proud of you. I'm glad you decided to go back to school, blah, 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 right? And I told him, like, man, like, I'm not even bullshit. We literally had this conversation like around 4:30 while he was driving. And I'm like, I'm proud of you and this, that, and third, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah, like a lot of folks tell me that I look like you. And I said, it's more than you looking like me, right? That's just genes, right? That's something we can't control. We can't control genes. We can't control how we look, but we can control how we act, right? So I was like, bro, like, you got to have respect. You got to have this. You got to have that. And that came with me growing the fuck up because I was a wild one. I'll
You were.
definitely say
You
that,
were wild. You
right?
was wild.
You know what I'm saying? But I grew the fuck up. So yes, his identity as a man is not mine, but my values and blah blah blah. Yes, that's all me. That's all like you. That's what I'm saying. Because if we didn't care, it would show in our kids.
I got you.
Like I
I
don't give
got
a fuck about you getting bad grades. So what? You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, take your ass in there and study.
you. Damn.
Right? So yeah, man, like so to
Bad grades for.
Yeah.
you
No,
know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
getting
I.
So,
booty.
like
Mm-mm.
we have to show them that it's not okay to be this. It's not okay to be a certain way. It's not okay to be disrespectful. It's like it's just not okay. And all of the shit that me personally didn't get from a father figure outside of the streets, right? Me not being in the streets or my kids not being in those same streets and from the same environment and from the same hood, having, you know what I'm saying, not to wonder where you gonna fucking eat. The least you can fucking do is protect my name. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Nah, I get it. I get it. I hear you.
Yeah.
I just think, apples, they don't fall far from trees. We gotta kind of
Mm-hmm.
mold them into the people that we want them to be. But like you said, once they become of a certain age, they're gonna make the decisions that they want to make, and they're gonna be who they are. But we gotta kind of put a foundation in them. So I get it. I absolutely get it. I wouldn't disagree. What do you think, OG? You got anything on that?
No, I had to put the foundation in this household. If you're going to college, you better have a 3 point or over
At
to get
least.
in to get any
Right.
money out of me.
Thank you.
Okay.
At least. Yep.
But
Okay.
the mother was strict on that. See, that's where she put her foot down. But my son had an advantage. He had two grandmothers, my mother and my ex mother-in-law. That's where that guidance come from. And then you got to enter that love. And to look at him today, he'll be 35. He's so laid back, and he's a giver. And he went to Duquesne School of Music. He graduated from there with a music degree. He's a piano player. He plays classical music. That's what he does. He don't listen to all that stuff. He's just totally the opposite. And he
Gotcha.
gives lessons out to kids that can't afford it. But the people that
Awesome.
can afford it, they pay. And that's what
Yeah.
I said. You got to give back. These kids are coming up. They don't have a piano. You go to their house and or invite them over. And at that time, he had a full size piano, and he used to bring them in the house and teach them there. So I'm proud of him. But no, he looks like me, and that's enough. But
Okay.
if I was to name him after me, I got too much dirt on me. I don't want that shit.
I hear you.
I'm
I hear you.
being honest. I'm really
Okay.
being honest. I got too much dirt on me. I'm like, I don't need that.
Yeah,
But when they look at him,
Okay.
they know whose son it is. You know,
yeah.
it ain't about
That
the name. They can look at both of us and say, "Oh yeah, he looks like you." You know, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. yeah. But I ain't gonna
So
never.
let's have a conversation about this video clip, y'all. I saw a good video that deserves a good discussion, and I think you guys are
A
up
lot of
for it.
things, a lot of
Let's take
things
a
that
look.
people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card,
What is that? What do you mean by that?
you give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
Let me ask y'all about that.
That's
What
deep.
do y'all think about that statement that there's a certain rite of passage we have as humans, as men, as women? There's a certain, natural course that we should be on. And once we kind of break that course, you can kind of tell, and it's hard to come back from that if it's possible. Mrs. Harris, what do you think?
I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm not a man,
Right, right.
but I am a woman, and I've come across the majority of women have been inappropriately advanced on way before their time was supposed to be. And again, something that can devastate their life for the rest of their life.
Right.
So it happening to a man by a man,
Right. You could definitely see
I
it.
can absolutely see that. Yeah, it's something you would never get over, even if you were young and just didn't know,
Right.
that early introduction. I think Kanye has just exposed something him and his cousin or
He
whatever
did.
the case may be. Now, I think that's something that's common and they don't talk about it. Now, I told you it was a
That's a good
boyfriend I
point.
had, and his friend came to the house and was trying
Yeah.
to holler at me and talking about we share everything and this and that, trying to fuck me. Like, no, nigga, get up out of here.
Right.
If I call somebody to come beat you up, you know what I mean?
Shit.
So he left,
I got you.
But shout out
But
to
yeah,
him
okay.
trying.
Okay. What do y'all think about
I
that
always
statement?
thought that
OG,
was a
what
little
about you, man?
weird.
What do you think about what he said, man?
That's deep because that takes you back to when you first started experiencing things and say, "Well, if I would have did this and woulda and coulda and all that." That's what it reminds me of. But that's wild. That's something we don't hear today. That's right there. Makes you think about things. It does. You know.
We hear it just in a different sense. Usually a man's manhood is taken in jail.
Right.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily true.
Right.
Boys and boys do things when they're
Mhm.
boys.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
speaking to the
I've
Kanye
heard it,
thing,
I've
yeah.
known some, and I'm not
Right.
surprised.
Right.
Again, girls gonna be done. Sometimes we don't know what's wrong. Like I was liking boys very early. It didn't go to sex, but yeah, it was inappropriate. I wanted to kiss them. I wanted to, hug up on them. Yeah. So, it was that early introduction. Absolutely. Porno, books, just all of it. So conscious parenting. Yeah, we weren't around them. This is why we tried to be.
I got you. I got you.
You're very transparent
No
about
doubt.
that childhood.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Oz
people
Bliggy,
forget too.
what you think, man? What you think, bro, about that, man?
What's the question again? I had to leave for a second.
Terrence Howard's video with, again, just a natural course that we're on as men and women. And when you veer off that or get pulled off of it, for whatever reason, it's kind of hard to come back from that. And we can kind of see
Destruction from it.
I don't disagree with what he's saying. All right. I know a lot of people might, but it's like he's just saying, like if you have a standard or if you call yourself a man, and once you give up that manhood for whatever or however, then can you really call yourself a fucking man? And yeah, like no. So I get what he's saying, and I can agree 100%. Like because once you give that shit up, it's no going back, and it's no telling what you will do.
That's a fact.
For quote unquote success or to be accepted, or you know what I mean. So shout out to him for standing on his fucking laurels. Like, bro, it's not, and shit. He's smart as fuck, smart as shit.
That's
And
true. That's true.
why he became an actor, that was probably just his calling, his passion. But you know, he has the intellectual prowess to be like an astrophysicist. Like he's smart as shit, man. And I had no idea how smart this brother was. So shout out to him, man. Stand on your laurels and fuck the bullshit.
That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone.
Damn.
Fluidity. Anybody want to speak to that and to the last point he made?
Gentlemen.
That's the real thing.
Okay. So Pandora's box, once Pandora's box is open, you can't close it back. So
you're right. Nope. That's why water flows the way it does.
I know that's right.
Even when it gets cold and it freezes, it eventually thaws out and it flows again.
Get the running again, and you cannot stop
Not
it.
stop.
Good luck.
I agree.
This is a
You
real
don't have
thing.
any foundation.
I mean, and as a woman, it's unattractive.
Oh, okay.
You know, I grew up when the girls was like a nigga put their panties on. You know, like that was a thing.
Like
a man
boy
would put
they
would be
panties.
having sex or after
Right.
or for whatever. They would put
Queens
pants
boys are
on.
different. Was it dark?
Ladies talk.
Was
Ladies
it
talk.
dark
Ladies
and
talk.
he like thought her drawers was his?
No, we wore silky
was
G
dancing around. He
strings.
was dancing around in them shit sauce. He was.
No, I mean, yeah, it's some fluid men out there.
I'm joking. Allegedly,
It's absolutely some fluid men out there. And once they show signs of that fluidity, it's up to the women to decide. Like y'all act like y'all don't. You can't judge character.
Right.
Some shit I'm just not with. You want some bitch shit? You ask me to grab your ass or finger in your butt?
I mean,
or
it was
it's just some
college.
things we
I
just.
sucked a dick one time in college.
Yeah, no, we not doing
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, I wish a nigga would. It's just not. That is absolutely a double standard. Like a woman can have all this lesbian hoopla
Activity,
and a man, would be okay. And not all men. Some niggas don't like that shit. It's not, But yeah, but for
On the
women
other
on
side
the
of the
other side,
spectrum.
but what's crazy nowadays, our sisters are fucking their gay friends. They are absolutely, if the opportunity arises, they drunk, blah blah blah. It's hard. It just happens.
Girl, I
It's
got
happening.
plenty homegirls down here who like, that's my best friend and blah blah blah. And I'm literally in the back seat and they're in the front seat, and the chick who's in the passenger side reaches over and just sticks a whole hand in the bitch's pussy. And I'm like, okay, make sure my phone is charged so I can record you bitches for
Right, like this is
research purposes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just in case. Yeah.
And out in the club, they just so free with it. They so sexually, liberated with each other. And it's like, who are you putting the show on for?
Right.
Because if nobody's leaving getting no ass with no man, y'all going back home with each other? 'Cause that's just too much. I just never, you know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
But then you hear women say, "Well, all girls do that when they growing up." Not us. We was tomboys. We ain't play that shit. We like dick.
Right.
Hey, yo.
All right. So
Crazy right there.
that wasn't a thing.
Damn.
So yeah, you know, you got to pay attention to cues and characteristics because I don't want no girly man.
Okay.
You know, I don't want no man that thinks he needs to be on my level. It's not.
I'm with you.
It's not the same. I understand it and respect it, and I don't think we all do that.
Right.
Like he's saying, this manhood shit.
Right.
You can't be no actor and be kissing another man.
Right.
This and to say it's just acting. No, nigga, you really kissing another man. Y'all slobbing, y'all bumping and humping.
Okay.
You understand?
So-
like all
so,
of that.
I mean, that brings up another question. If I'm a male actor and I'm doing this gay role to provide for my family, which is quote unquote masculine, which is, am I masculine or am I
Yeah,
feminine?
no, I mean, as your wife, I would tell you not to accept that role.
Right.
Or you speak to them about taking that sex shit out of there.
Right.
Now, you
Okay.
can play the role
There's
you
some
want.
negotiations, right? That could be
Yeah,
made.
but some shit we just not doing.
Okay, I
Now,
got
if you just all go for it,
right?
And it's not even something that you would
like
say.
Fleece Johnson was asking
I'm reading
niggas to
this
turn
script,
around
boo.
earlier this week.
Right.
Yo, turn around.
Yeah.
And the men turn around. And he said, yo,
Right.
if they turn around just from
Yeah.
a man
Yeah.
asking them, indication. So if he don't ask for some provisions
Yeah,
for that
yeah.
script or okay,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I mean, and even if you wasn't the one, if I have to suggest it to you, like nigga, you okay with that? Did you see that?
Hey, I
The fuck?
can
Y'all
go
think, fellas?
like a step deeper,
Mhm.
and I just watched this shit on some show with, and Denzel was the guest on some talk show in like London or some shit.
Okay.
And it clicked my fucking brain. Have you ever seen Denzel kiss another woman on
Right. Yeah,
No.
Nikki said that the
Nope.
other day.
I said
She
that.
said he's
Never
never
did,
had a
because he
Never
respects his
had a
wife.
role.
risque scene.
No,
Absolutely. And that
'cause
man
he
has many
respects
roles.
Pauline like no, like this. And there's another guy, white guy too, who has turned down roles or like had them change the scene or whatever. There, I'll hug this bitch, but I'm
Right.
not. So
Crossing the line, right? There's a
I mean, in
certain
Flight,
line.
he was laid up with the white hooker, but I don't
Right,
think
but
he
it was
kissed
just
her.
right. He was
Nothing.
just laying down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
just a
yeah.
lay down. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some integrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
On how much of it do you really have? How much
Because
do you really have? That's
when I watched that shit, I had to think back to every Denzel movie I've ever watched, and I'm like, I've never seen him
Right.
kiss another
Risque.
woman.
Yeah.
Like
Nah,
never.
nothing risque. I've never seen Denzel in that.
it's some
I
other
think
folks
about
out
it.
there. You just can't name
Yeah.
it, but it's
Well,
definitely
okay.
some others.
Okay.
There's a
So the
lot of
fluidity is definitely a thing.
Yes. Yes.
I'm with y'all. I like it. Damn. Come on, Terrence. What
That money.
the hell happened? Jesus Christmas Christ. Okay. OG, what you got, man? OG. What do you think about what Terrence Howard said so far? While I pull him back up, because I gotta get him back right. Let me see what they talk about in the chat. The Giants took Jackson Dart for quarterback. Hollywood is demonic. Shador?
Yeah.
Shador is going to be a problem. The more he falls in the draft, the better the team gets. So yeah, depending, he may go to the Giants. Let me find out. He going to the Giants.
Nah, the Giants just made they pick just now. They
Oh
picked
shit! God damn it!
Offensive tackle. Some stupid.
God damn it! To protect what?
Right. To protect what? They got
God
nobody.
Damn it, man.
You know, the high school I coached at is the only high school in the United States that has 3 Hall of Famers, Mike Ditka, Darrell Revis, and Ty Law. Only high school.
Damn.
Real
Put
Beavers.
up.
Ty Law shuts them down. Yeah, that's some shutdown artists right there.
Rivers, like nobody threw to his side for like 2 years.
You're not throwing over there. You're not
That
throwing
nigga
over
got
there, B.
bored.
Shut
Like,
it down.
what the fuck am I here for?
But you know what they taught
You're
them
not
kids over
throwing
there?
over there.
It was about family. And my son was around Ty and them guys. But they seen me with my son. He's running all over the field. They're locking him in lockers, playing with him. But they seen the camaraderie and that closeness of family, a father with his son.
Absolutely.
So the coaches would tell him, don't be out after midnight because you know what's going on. Take your ass home. And that's all we would preach every day. And I say, look at them now. I would have never thought that they were all three. Well, Mike Dicker, yeah, but Darrell and Ty, that's just it's a blessing. So they named
Absolutely
the high school. The high school was Heinz Field. That's because the Steelers is Acrisure, but the high school they named is Heinz Field now. And I'll tell you something. You're talking about a rough place, and them kids been through a lot. They
Tyler
never
played for the Patriots, right?
Yeah, he was drafted. He was drafted by the Patriots.
Fuck the Patriots. Fuck the Red Sox. Fuck the Bruins. I'm anti-Boston.
God damn it.
But you know what? They all gave money. Mike Dicker, he gave his money.
I'm
They built him.
anti-New England, brother.
Yeah, Ty and them gave their money though. They all gave their money to that school. Weight room. You should see the facility now. When I was there, they didn't have no hot water. No hot water. Now it's like the doors, the floodgates is open, and
fluid, it's gone. You don't
know
have
how it
any
is.
foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process, I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that?
That's the word you used earlier, integrity.
Integrity, bro. But notice he said Oscar.
That's that inner shame, man.
To get that Oscar.
Right.
Damn. God damn it. Boy, don't say that.
I lose my integrity. You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary.
What?
You don't trade that yet.
I just made 30,000. I just made 30,000.
Shit.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He said that aggression is necessary. Like us
Well,
being
imagine these
men.
weak niggas, the sperms they spitting out.
Damn.
Oh man.
Don't think for 1 second that shit does not relate.
Right. There's a
Okay.
correlation there.
Listen, they ain't watch Avatar.
That's all
I advise everybody to have their children watch that shit. That shit shows colonization.
Yeah.
It shows human connection that we're missing.
Gotcha.
You know, it shows that unity, that acceptance
above all else.
You know, because you act like us, because you receive our wisdom and knowledge, you're accepted.
I hear.
You know what I mean? It's
I
just
thought
it was
this was
awesome.
a good sit down with these two guys. Let's let them finish up.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah. I
when you
mean,
said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks asking me to come and teach him how to,
Damn.
wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. So there, and
Shit.
he's sitting around just looking.
I saw this.
I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking.
Damn. We can
That
leave,
weird ass look.
we
That
can
nigga's
leave the
so
rest of
weird
that
looking.
alone. We gonna leave the rest of that
Darren.
alone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? We gonna leave the
Crazy
rest of that
work.
alone. OG said, God damn it.
Uncomfortable silence.
Yep.
Damn predator.
Hey, that's something.
Trying to size him up. Let me size
But
this light skinned
yeah,
nigga up.
let's
Yeah,
have the
don't.
greater conversation and speak to the integrity. Like,
Oof.
is it really worth, losing what you're losing to gain what you're gaining? All of that was, I'm in line with all of that. That's the kind of the flag that we wave, that we like to have fun over here and we chuck it up, but we also take a minute to kind of like settle down and get things in perspective, because again, we not gonna ignore that we're in this spot that we're in. So what do you guys think? I thought that was a good clip. What do you think, OG? What you got over there, man?
That's something, man. That's something. And he's right. You can't get none of that back. You just can't get it back.
Nope.
Right.
And that makes you think, should I or shouldn't I? And what everybody say, you listen to
Right.
you know what I mean? But if I
I
don't
got
do
you.
it,
I got you.
no. Same thing as drugs, right? Everybody else doing it, I guess it's all right. But if I do it, what's gonna happen?
Your
Damn.
ass.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Okay. So I peeked over. I was in them YouTube streets. Y'all know how I get down. I was in them YouTube streets, and I was over at Cammy Page earlier today, right? And they were chopping it up. OG was over there. Shout out to the Untouchable Empire. Hey, yeah. Taking a look at this teacher lady. And I sent Cammy a video on Instagram. I say, Cammy, because one of the guys was like, I don't know if I believe that. I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was true. It was true. We touched on it. I want to hear what you guys think, but we're gonna have a bigger conversation.
Need to teach your daughters to be careful of predatory boys and men. And I'm not talking about people.
I know.
Because
That's the reason why I wanted to put this together. Was Melissa Ford was really to blame. Don't blame Cammy. Blame Melissa Ford. Did you hear her, Mrs. Harris? I'm not talking about people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about boys and men and guys.
Yeah.
Again, creating this
Talked
cloak
about this,
like
yeah.
women don't do wrong, like they're
absolutely.
not predators, like they're not caregivers and teachers and instructors,
abusers,
that are
manipulators.
taking advantage of those things. What say you, Mrs.?
I mean, yeah, but this is the perspective or just agenda that's always been pushed. Y'all are evil, and we're innocent. Nothing's warranted. If a woman does anything, it's warranted for whatever reasons. But this is why we have Shame Sunday, because I know there's the same side that the women scream about the men. It's a lot of women that are the same.
Damn.
Evil, insidious fucking bitches who don't know how to nurture and take care of anything, let alone themselves, children, home, car, hair. Fuck out of here. So, they need to be exposed, and they exist. They grape, they drug, they, delete, they do a lot of that. So, for women to keep trying to push this dynamic that, ladies are innocent and men are these predators, it's bullshit. So they should stop.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa Ford, shame on you.
Mhm.
What say you, gentlemen?
When you were up there, and you remember when you come up, you had that young dude on it, remember? That young dude, I forget what his name was. I'm thinking, who the hell are you to try to tell me how I've been there and done that, and you up here, you ain't schooling me. When did these people think they could school an OG? What the hell's the matter with people? It just don't make any sense. That's what really gets to me when a youngster that's younger than us is going to try to tell us how we got to where we are, and we're telling you, we're trying to put you on the right path, but you're thinking this way, this works better for me. Yeah, but you need to think about it. They don't want to hear that. And then when they come back and say, you know what they say when you get off of here and go out? Well, yeah, they was right, but they ain't gonna tell you that. But he just kept shooting. He kept just shooting and shooting. I was thinking, I ain't gonna waste my time. I'm out just troll his ass and get over it because it ain't gonna go nowhere. Because well, you was up here. I'm glad you come up too because I was waiting to see if you was going to get in on that because some of these people on here, and this is the truth, they need to be put in their place when it comes to life and life skills and what we're putting out there and trying to give them, but they don't want to swallow it. They just want to swish it around their mouth and spit it out. You can't get that back. That knowledge, you can't get that back. Can't get it back.
That's a fact.
It's the same with your wife. Shaming, I said before, it should be brought back. That's where I look at
it. It is back. That's what they doing to Shannon Sharp right now.
Shannon Sharp is being shamed right now.
Yes, yes. Just because nobody's like shame, but they are with all the insults, with making all these judgments and not having all of the information, all of that. Yes, that's actually shaming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he should feel some shame for some of the shit that he was doing. Him wanting to fuck the young girl, that's not anything shameful, but your behavior towards her physically and mentally, all of that extra shit, well, now you're gonna pay for it. Cat tried to tell you, you dumbass.
He did.
Old man, he know better. And he
was
still
you
did
thinking?
it. So,
That's what we trying to
He ain't
say.
got no
What was
shame.
you thinking? What was you thinking? That's all you gotta say. What was you thinking?
Again, and some of them do all these extra things because they might be fighting that demon that Terrence was talking about.
Damn.
Even if it wasn't forced, they was young and they did some stuff with their friends, and now I gotta go fuck every girl, any girl, and mistreat them and blah 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 blah. Because I was treated. I did something that was shameful, and I can't live with myself. So let me hit and smash. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. The men who be arguing with their women and be like, I'm a man. I'm a man. Damn it.
Damn.
How you gotta say it much? We've never had to do that shit because you a man. That's something.
It is.
Damn. Sorry,
Let's get back to
fellas.
Melissa. Let's get back to Melissa. Watch out for Melissa, y'all. She's a she-tard.
You need to teach your daughters to be careful of predatory boys and men. And I'm not talking about people. Because
New tonight, more teenage students in Morgan County are now coming forward, and they're accusing a former teacher of sexual misconduct with a minor. Ashton Hackman is in Morgan County to explain why the prosecutors are now looking to bring even more charges against this woman.
31-year-old Brittany Fortenberry has been held here at the Morgan County Jail since her arrest last month on charges of sexual misconduct with a minor. Since then, 5 new victims have come forward with additional allegations. Prosecutors have asked to file up to 24 additional criminal charges against her, including 10 counts of
Freaky old ninja. Damn, she freaky.
Damn.
All them damn young boys.
Yeah.
And hurt people. When a predator has got you when you were young, you might want to invoke that on some young boys just because it happened to you.
Damn.
What sane, nurturing real woman would behave this way? Like this is disgusting and disgraceful, and I hope they do some things to her in jail. Which they will. This is crazy.
Child molesting, sexual misconduct with a minor, and 13 other charges for disseminating material harmful to minors and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Court documents say all of the teens reported Fortenberry would send them nude and explicit photos and videos on Snapchat and forced them to have group sex at her Martinsville home. A child victim advocate says it's important for parents to feel comfortable having difficult conversations with their children.
Oh, to smack these parents.
Yeah,
Those
you
are
got that
difficult
right.
conversations.
No.
Saying that. And it's true. They are very uncomfortable with having these conversations with their children. Been here 30 years raising kids, and the majority of the parents that I come across, they do not want to have the conversation. And a lot of these things happen, and your children will not come to say anything because y'all haven't had the motherfucking conversation.
Damn.
Tell your son, don't let people play with your penis. You are not allowed to play with other boys' penises. Don't touch girls' vaginas. Like, these are context they need to have when you decide to send them off to school where nobody's watching your fucking child. Okay? Not the way that you think they are. I'm just saying. So foolish to still be behaving this way when the majority of women have been molested as children. So you know better. You should know better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Tired of fucking showing grace to you bitches. This is fucked up because a lot of our men are going to be coming to the surface saying that these things have happened to them. This is why they are the way they are. On your watch. Okay.
I mean, and this is why, you know, when I came up yesterday, I was asking the question of with, you know, teaching our kids and growing food in the back and taking care of the house. Like, how does she have time to go out and work? And like he just said, green beans, shout out to green beans, the teacher. These are the people we send them to school for them to be abused, molested, fed poorly, influenced even poor.
Absolutely.
Like the influence the other kids are gonna have on them. You seen this Cardi B song? Did you see this new Sexy Red video? Look at this phone.
And once
Look at
they
my
know,
Snapchat.
once they know you have virgin ears and
my
virgin eyes,
God.
oh please, they want to show you
wanna
everything.
destroy 'em.
Absolutely, want to poison your kids' minds,
So this
bodies,
is why,
and souls.
you know, I wave the flag. I wave about how do she even have to? She want to send our kids out to other people to school.
I mean,
them
even
and
when we were young and we both
feed
had to
them?
work, like I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to. You know what I mean? But we both switched schedules. Like we didn't send our children away. You either worked at night, I worked in the day, vice versa, and we just tried to work it out. And it was fucking rough. It wasn't something I wanted to do. You know what I mean? But we had to do what we had to do. But now that we have options, I'm a little privileged. I appreciate it.
But this is why
I prefer it.
Say it's a lack of just the nurture that the ladies of our day were made from. And this is all these young people here is when we say our day, back in my day, back in the day. When they hear that, they take that as offensive because it's like, okay, there's more days than just back in your day, but we are kind of measuring it up against the bar that we know as wholesome, as you got to be in when the street light comes on. It takes a village to raise a child. And like all of these different things made us who we are. And you guys kind of veered away from it saying, I'm me. You can't tell me what to do. But when you do that, you stray away from the village. The village no longer can protect you. The village no longer can correct you because you're this individual. So you got to kind of live with those circumstances. And again, when we send our kids off to these schools and these are the teachers that they have, you know, to teach them.
And nowadays the teachers are so fluid. Like you don't know what kind of teacher your child is going to get, like how they're going to influence them, what they're going to teach them, what kind of books they're going to have in their class. It's very fluid. And most of the men in school, they're gay. Suited up, flamboyant, all of that. Girly like, so you definitely need to be mindful and vet the school, vet the teachers. And if you don't agree, speak up and fucking say something. Like, I'm tired of people. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want the LGBTQ to come down on me. Yeah, well, I don't want my child to be so fucking easily influenced. And children are by nature.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No lies detected over here.
I feel bad for the children because they don't know no better.
What we just encourage is that parents kind of ask that open-ended question and they give their children a chance to speak, and then they praise their courage at that time rather than asking them questions about what they did or why they didn't tell. The last thing that we want is a child to feel blame or shame as a result of making a disclosure.
We reached out to the Morgan County Prosecutor's Office to see when these formal charges will be filed. We have not yet heard back. In Morgan County, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Your name is Pam. Yes, it is, ain't it? Ain't your name Pam, bitch? P-A-M.
Needs to teach your daughters to be careful of predatory boys and men. And I'm not talking about people. Because
Fuck no.
Wow.
And I'm gonna stand on that. Okay. And they can get in my DM. You can get in my DM all you want every day.
Get some.
You said, wow. What'd you say? What'd you say wow about, Mrs.
Because
Harris?
she really insists on that. Like, people is everybody. That includes I'm not talking about people.
I mean,
it's
she intentionally wanted to eliminate women from that
messed up.
conversation.
It's so horrible that our black women are so brainwashed. Because even what you saying, them talking about not wanting to be like the women in the past, they only hear the mindset of these oppressed mindseted women, the fucking side bitches, the bitches who was the other lady on the side of the town. But the woman who was home being cared for, she didn't know about her. She didn't care about her. Okay, because he was taking care of home. So I think they miss a lot of that, and they want to keep creating this dynamic that the women back in those days who did take care of home really didn't want to, and they were being held hostage and oppressed, and they all weren't living like that. They all weren't living like that, because a lot of these people have great grandparents and great great grandparents, and you hear them talk about it. So yours wasn't living like that. So why the fuck you trying to create this dynamic like others were?
Right.
If you didn't see that directly, like that Mr. mentality, like how the fuck that didn't happen to you?
Right.
The women who talk about these men getting, bitch, were you getting beat up? Did that happen to you? Or you just going along with what society pushes, and it's pushing it so hard that we hate our black men. And that's fucked up, because they hate their sons, because they're turning them into girls. They don't even see it. They want them so close, so tight that our boys are mimicking women. And that shit is, it's bad for our world as a whole. If we don't be reproducing, it's a problem. And it's like, we can outsource that. And that's not conducive to the kids, man. It's fucked up at this point.
No, I wouldn't disagree, Mrs. Harris. Wouldn't disagree. You said a mouthful.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna put that up. Final thoughts, man. This was fun. It was all dope hanging out with y'all, just chopping it up for a little bit.
Cougars.
Gotta get ready.
Watch out for
my baby in a little bit. Watch
hide
out
your
for them
sons,
cougars
man.
out there. That's right.
Hide your nephews and shit.
Thank
Don't
God,
let your
man.
girlfriends be boyfriending your little sons, because this is something that women have done for a very long time. Oh, he's so cute. He gonna be my boyfriend. That's my little boyfriend. Oh, blah, my boyfriend. Leave these little fucking boys alone. Okay. All right. Say that your daughter is that the same age is gonna be his girlfriend. Like, you, bitch, stop. I've been watching y'all do that shit a long time. Leave him alone. All right.
Thank God he's in his 30s. I'm happy. I don't have to deal with that.
My mama did, and she knew it. Salute to my mama, because my brother had one of his teachers attracted to him, a little infatuated. There was no kind of funny business or nothing like that, but it was absolutely known. Mama felt the energy and definitely warned my brother and her as well. But she was cool, so salute to her, but it was definitely noticeable, the infatuation. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I was listening to you guys earlier, and my sister Zyrax was telling y'all about how some comedian made a joke about how a boy might get molested by his teacher, and his father would say, I'm going to talk to that lady while his mother is in the room, and when his mother leave the room, he kind of high five his son and give him kudos and all of that. Do you remember that portion of the conversation? Right. My question for my sister would be, and you can bring this back if you see her before I do. If whose place is it to talk to this person that molested our son? Is it the father's place to go and talk to this woman, or is it the mom or the auntie or grandma's place to go and speak to this woman to woman
Yeah.
and say, you're not supposed to be messing with this little boy? What do you think, Mrs.
Say or
Harrison?
whoop her ass.
I mean,
Okay, because that's
Yeah,
that's where I would go. A woman.
How Miss G
Shit.
said it. She gonna get
I'm
with
not
her. You know
playing when
that.
it come to my kids.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Before we even had them, I told him I would absolutely be the person to take them out, because they're gonna need you more than me out in the world. You're more logical, like all of that, right? I was not playing. So I'll take this L, even if I gotta lure the man or the woman with my yeah, I'll bite poke your eyes out. Yeah. But
like
yeah, absolutely. It's definitely the mother to go step to that lady.
Okay.
And if it's a man, it's up to you. Go step. We stepping together. But either way, we need both. But yeah, I'm going to put my paws on. You getting the pause.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to these
Mrs. OG
kids.
the
I'm
same way.
sorry.
She's the same way. She'll go at you in a minute. You know, I like I just fall back. You know, and
Yeah, with
that's how
stuff like
she
that, man,
always
you
been.
you probably gonna lose your life.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's crazy though. It's funny that she said that. I'm like, did I hear that right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a comedian, so I'm thinking it was a joke for the most part, and it might have been pulled a little bit from real life, but I'm thinking that it's her place. Again, I could go over there as the dad of this little boy and step to this woman and let her know, but I think my wife might even want to step in front of me and do that. Like
Yes.
this is what they're catered for and catered to. So I think that woman to woman, and again, playing the songs that we play, the name of
Yeah.
that song was Woman to Woman.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how that's supposed to be.
So, and the way they yell at us for being sassy and spicy, for coming down to a woman's level, quote unquote, because everybody don't see it like that.
That's right.
Two people just get emotional and start arguing. It's two people.
That's
But
right.
some people think, that's kind of sassy and spicy for a man
So
to
a
be
man
going
should be
back
more
and forth with
disciplined.
a woman. But again, in this instance, I think it was expected for dad to take onus on that situation because the boy was being molested by his teacher. So
See, you
it's
think
kinda
like
neat.
I do. Remember them songs, and we always talked about the message.
Right.
They don't get it though. And you could play them songs on here, and we could be on there talking about the message, but to them, their ears ain't tuned in to that. Where that's what we learned from, and they don't understand that. And I just don't get it. And I said before, I said, society's screwed up. It went off the rails somewhere. I don't know what year. I don't know, because I was too busy working all the time, so I wasn't like in tune to what the hell is going on out
What's
there.
happening?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now
sad.
when y'all talk about it, I'm like, damn, where the hell I been? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I was telling Mrs. OG the same way. Um, I explained to her brother, we both worked, but we worked for the household. It wasn't about going out. It's about for the household. And that's all my mind was focused on. And everything outside of that, I really didn't pay no attention to. But, listening to y'all, when I start hooking up with y'all, listening, I'm like, man, where the hell I been? All this shit's going on.
We always had to stay abreast of what's happening in the community
Never a lack of information out there. So we just try to gather it. And like I said, man, just speak to a subject, and that's what I was saying in the chat earlier. Like, speaking about people is cool if we're incorporating them in the subject. Like we're speaking about bad parents and we bring up, a bad parent, for example. Look at this lady who left her kids in the car for a long period of time, to kind of speak to the subject. But when we meet up and all we talking about is people, you know what so-and-so did? Look at this married couple. And like that's to me, in my opinion, that's where gossip kind of lies. So you got to find that gray area to, again, let's just make it about a subject, and we can always incorporate, current events and different examples to kind of speak to what we're talking about. But You know,
Mhm.
anything else would kind of be uncivilized, in my opinion.
That's what brings me back to, growing up. It's just it could be music, it could be somebody said, and then I hear you two talking like, damn, where'd I hear that at? But I'm being honest, and it makes me think about just certain things as you go through life. Could be music, it could be anything. It could be with my grandmother, my mother, and I pass it on to my son. It's like, you know what? They ain't going for that crap. What do you mean by that? No, she wouldn't put up with that, man. I got the hell slapped out of me. So you got it made, but I got beatings. Really, Dad? I'm like, hell yeah. You got it made. See, times has changed now. And I never disciplined him. I never hit him as a youngster. Never. But what's that gonna solve? But
discipline is not just corporal punishment, hitting. I'm sure you disciplined him if he, turned out to be a good guy. You just didn't have to whoop him. You didn't have to spank him.
But I tell him, when your mother calls me and tell me about certain things, about you ain't managing your money right, she got to bail you. Man, what the hell's matter with you?
Right.
And I ain't never got a text message back. But I try to just explain to him that you're in your 30s now. Even though you're with somebody, you have to manage your finances. All that bullshit about. I said, you need to leave that stuff alone, and come to face reality that you don't need that stuff. And I still talk to my ex, and we talk about it. When she calls me up, I figure, okay, it's time for me to go in. But I have to take steps to it. I just don't go in on it, but I have to cock and lead into that. And then, oh yeah, you was talking, Mom. Oh yeah, man, what's going on? And I just say what I have to say. So G's like,
True indeed.
don't you think it's kind of harsh? Nah, hell no. He's a grown ass man. Now I can buck up against him now, see? Say, hey, this is what it is. And we have to do that if we want to continue our kids to thrive in life. That's what we have to do. Because we never stop parenting.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's what they don't understand.
What up, Hassan?
Yeah, you never stop parenting. And I enjoyed it. I told him before, I wish I do it all over again. I'd have another one of you. Really, Dad? I'm like, hell yeah, because it was easy. It was easy.
Yeah.
We didn't make a lot of money.
We never stop parenting.
Yeah, because you know what?
You don't need the money.
No, we didn't have nothing, but we didn't need all that because we had each other and had family, and that's what makes everything go.
I mean, you see how society tried to push that we needed to be like the Joneses, and you got to have everything. And now, look, our kids are obese. They majority a large percentage, a high increase of autism has happened, and they all still have devices in their hands. So
I said, you ask Mr. and Mrs. She said, and they'll tell you about that song about keeping up with don't let the Joneses get you down. There's a message in there.
Yeah.
What do you mean, OG? Play the song. There's a message in there.
That's right.
Got plenty of movies. They if you haven't been transparent enough and watched enough shows or taught, like, it's read books. Come on, man. We can't be so naive anymore.
What they say? Keeping
wake
up with
up.
the Joneses, make your life a mess. Bill collectors, tranquilizers, getting deeper in debt. Leave the Joneses alone.
That's right. That's right, OG. That's a fact.
Crazy.
This was fun, man. I appreciate
I
y'all. It's
enjoyed it.
always dope hanging out with y'all, and
Yes, it was
always,
good.
we was able to get a couple of songs in. I'm gonna curate the back just to make sure it's better for next time. But everybody, hit the like button, subscribe on the rewatch, man. Just know that there's a message in this music, and in these beats, in these lyrics, in these songs, these artists is inspiration. That's why they kind of put this documentary down and left this testament for us, so we can go back, reflect, and know that ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a job if you want to be with me.
That's right. Ain't that
All of
something
these,
though?
And ain't nothing new.
Yes,
Ain't nothing new about the man hate. So shout out to Janet for nasty boys.
Yes,
You
indeed.
nasty.
Yes,
Yep.
indeed. And you guys all have a good rest
You
of
too.
your week. We'll be loaded
Yes,
up
enjoy
for
your
the
weekend.
weekend. I'll be here Saturday. Mrs. will be here Sunday. Sis will be back when she get all of her computer and things worked out.
Well, she
Yeah,
got
you know,
problems or what?
she fancy. Nah, she fancy. She waiting on extra bells and whistles, and you know, she don't wanna do it until it's right. So
Oh, all
we'll
right.
see us soon.
Yep.
We'll see us soon. Shout out to sis. Love you, sis. Be good. The rest of y'all, like sis and Mrs. She said would say, do something good for somebody other than yourself. Because that's when real character shines through. We are a conscious tribe, and we chilling out with the king of Discord. OG.
Liquid means rewind, the gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Now watch y'all step. Come over to Discord, man. OG is the king. Till then,
Peace.
y'all go to bed.
I didn't do it. I'm just showing you what's being done so you can be aware, right?